FM. Joe Reinagle, Jason Minix, The Blitz.
So typically speaking, on the Monday after the first weekend of the tournament, you'd start a show with, how's your bracket doing? Today, everybody's bracket.
Well, most people's
is
brackets.
Trash. If you've got a good bracket, if all your Final Four teams are still alive, I want to hear from you.
Yeah, and I don't think you're telling the truth.
Yeah, all right. So, yeah, you could dial up the Kia Bossa Bacon phone lines at 210-656-ESPN, but tweet us a picture of that bracket.
Yeah, I want to see it, and not one that you just filled out about 10 minutes ago either.
No, but we are going to do that in about an hour.
We're going to do that.
We're going to do a second chance bracket at 5 o'clock.
Obviously,
we were so smart with our first ones.
Dude, is that the first time in history I hear, and correct me if I'm wrong, two number ones knocked out in the first round?
I think I honestly haven't looked at my bracket since Kentucky lost.
Wow.
I have not gone in to look to see how bad it is, but I had Kentucky beating Wisconsin in the championship game.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I got a Final Four team left, to be honest. Maybe. If I do, it's only one because I had Tennessee in the Final Four. Your national champion, they're done.
Dude, I could not believe that. And Michigan of all teams, because I didn't think Michigan would win their first game, much less go on to do what they're doing. So props to them for, rising to the occasion and getting it done. But I could not believe it. I was sitting in the airport in Dallas watching the Baylor game, at least the first half of it. I couldn't believe what I was watching. It's like, who is this team of Bears? I don't recognize them.
No, but they played well late. And when it got to overtime, I thought they were going to win that game. I was down in Port Aransas, and you're on the beach and watching the game, but drinking and doing stuff. And it was cold and windy on the beach, so we were actually inside the condo. And you're because it's cold and windy on the beach, but you're watching that game in disbelief, and it was just like March Madness for a reason.
It's been incredible, and I'm going to tell you what, there could be a team that nobody even thought about go on and win this thing. Obviously, Gonzaga's got to still be the favorite. Arizona's playing well. Kansas is still alive. So I guess it's not two number ones because Baylor's the only number one that's been knocked out. There's three number ones still alive. But
but everybody knows Kansas will eventually get knocked out because that's what Kansas does.
They'll lose, and I tell you what, man, I am heavily leaning on the Texas Tech Red Raiders to beat Gonzaga and get into the Final Four.
Greeny,
as it stands right now.
During the Mike and Mike days especially, was very known for his KOD, the kiss of death.
Yeah.
I was thinking, okay, Kentucky, we'll re-bracket. We'll do a second chance bracket. We'll sound smarter next week. But I'm worried that whoever I pick is going to quickly go out. Every Texas Tech fan that just heard you say that. As much crap as you gave me Friday for my Kentucky pick, we can give you today because your bracket doesn't look any better today.
And rightly so. So two of my Final Four teams are gone, Baylor and Tennessee. Obviously, and then I had Tennessee winning the whole thing. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable what happened. And we've talked about this, though, Jason. In college basketball right now, there is so much parity. You can have these number one seeds, but it's not like college football where you've got Georgia, Alabama, Clemson, and that's it. You've got those three teams. In college basketball, that's what's the beauty of it. It's one game, and anything can happen.
Anything can happen. It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. He is Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. On Twitter, he is at Joe Reinagle 210. You can tweet at me at Jason Minix. Frank Valdez chiming in on Facebook Live says he is hanging on 5th place in the SA Sports Star bracket. LOL. Because, and at this point, it doesn't matter.
No.
After this upcoming weekend, and March Madness is coming to San Antonio.
It is.
And you look at Arizona against Houston, Michigan against Villanova. I look at the regional matchups, and I know I'm biased, but I think we've got the best regional matchups. You look in the Midwest, You got Kansas and Providence and Iowa State against Miami. The West has Gonzaga, Arkansas, and then Texas Tech, Duke. That one looks pretty good.
Yeah, I can't wait for that game.
East is North Carolina, UCLA, and Purdue against the St. Peter's. The studs of New Jersey, St. Peter's.
How about that? They are this year's Cinderella so far. Purdue actually watched all of that game last night with Purdue and Texas.
Purdue.
Well, Texas played really well, but Purdue's pretty good.
They are good. But, I mean, as a Longhorn fan that picked UT to lose in the first round, the way they played that game yesterday, the way they hung tough, even though they lost, I feel good about where the Texas basketball program is heading.
Yeah.
Because after what I saw in the Big 12 tournament and the roller coaster year they had in Chris Beard's first year, I was down on my horns going into this tournament. I was impressed with how they took care of business against Virginia Tech, and they got screwed yesterday by the officials. I mean, dude, when you see a free throw disparity like that, ticky-tack on one end and getting mugged on the other. And I know call me a homer if you want. I don't care. I was proud of the way those boys played last night.
They played really well.
They showed well. I was proud of UT, even though they lost that game. But Purdue, that was frustrating.
The future is bright for the Texas Longhorns basketball team. There is no question about it. And I have to agree with you because it's funny, though, because I'm in the great country of Mexico last night.
Yes.
There is no way to watch the game there.
What?
I'm watching it here on my phone, on my CBS Sports app. That's how we watch it. You got 4 grown men gathered around my little Samsung phone here.
I'm just glad that you guys could figure out how to make that work.
Well, it depends.
Because first off, you're old and you're not sober.
Whoever was going to get a beer or a drink, the other guy would do play-by-play. So we kind of switched off and did it that way.
So were there no TVs at the resort you were at?
There were, but they were all...
It was either basketball
streaming,
or a
right?
telenovela?
It was all streaming.
All right. So you couldn't log in. Somebody could.
I don't know. Nobody could figure it out.
Borrowed somebody's account.
Nobody could. No, nobody could figure it out. So the only way that happened was my CBS Sports app. So props to CBS and their sports app for allowing me the opportunity to watch the Texas.
You don't
Purdue
work there
game
anymore. You don't have to.
Well, I mean,
no, but you're right though. I mean,
seriously,
it was a game saver for us at the beach.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, it was good. It was fun because the 2 of the guys, or the one guy went to Texas. He's a big Texas guy. He's kind of he's my source for things that happen at Texas because he's kind of plugged in there.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Like Rob has the Aggie Underground.
Exactly.
The vets.
Exactly.
The veterinarians.
So, yeah. So he's a big time. You don't hold a candle to him when it comes to Homer.
All right.
And I was ragging on him all weekend. So. But it was fun. It was fun to watch that, and Texas put up a good fight.
They did. Longhorn still got screwed. The SEC. Gabriel Chacon, Jason Buzz Williams Minix. It's not their fault, man. Those boys got screwed.
That's right.
How do I walk into that locker room and no?
You know, that's a good point. You sounded a lot like him. And you were killing him last week.
Yeah, I don't have a PowerPoint, and I will take questions.
Wow.
656 ESPN, 656-3776. And look, Buzz, if you had got your way into the tournament, now we'd be questioning the strength of your basketball tournament because you've got one team from the SEC left, and that is Arkansas. Second straight year, I believe, that Arkansas was the last SEC team standing. And then you hear, our conference is so tough. We just beat the hell out of each other all year and had nothing left for the tournament.
Well, there's a lot of truth to that.
Is there?
Well, I was having that argument, if you'll remember.
No, it's a good basketball tournament, but you have to have a good it's a good basketball conference, but you have to have a good showing in the tournament.
You do, and props to the Big 12 because there's a Big 12 guy left. Obviously, Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Who else is involved?
Iowa State, baby.
Kansas, Iowa State.
Of course, yeah.
So, yeah.
Basketball power conference.
So, if you're looking at scoreboard, at least this year, the Big 12 wins.
Uh-huh.
And we'll talk next year when that rolls around. But Kansas is going to get beat. They just always do. They're going to. That Miami team that Iowa State has to play, That's a pretty good basketball team.
They're pretty good. They're actually keeping me alive, sort of, one of my brackets, because I had them making a pretty good run. So we'll see. But the tournament is underway. It's coming to San Antonio. In fact, you want to be downtown this week. The games are Thursday and Saturday in the AT&T Center. But downtown, we're going to be doing the Blitz live at Pinkerton's Barbecue downtown, right there by the Frost Tower Legacy Park. They put this incredible TV screen there in the park. It's amazing how even in the day clear this picture is. I watched some tournament games down last year at Pinkerton's. It is fantastic. It's going to be Yingling Lager Hoop City down at Pinkerton's. The Blitz is at Pinkerton's Thursday and Friday, so come hungry on Friday. Halftime, Michael Jimenez is going to go down there, and then we're letting the boys out on Saturday morning for the Saturday morning hangover. They're going to be down at Pinkerton's for Yingling Lager Hoop City. Incredible prizes that we're going to give away every hour that we're down there, so make plans now to be downtown at Pinkerton's Barbecue with us starting Thursday, then all day Friday with halftime, and then the Blitz, and then, of course, on Saturday morning. It's not all basketball, and we'll talk about the Spurs win last night coming up as well, but big NFL news, as there always is. No matter what's going on in the sports world, the National Football League is going to take the headlines. And it was interesting. I was about to leave the house. I generally try to leave the house around 1:30.
Yeah.
The end of the noon Sports Center. Breaking news. Matt Ryan to the Colts in a trade. So Max Kellerman starts his show, this just in, literally going, the hell with our script and rundown because Matt Ryan just got traded. Let's react to it. And the domino effect. And we knew when we left out of here Friday with Deshaun Watson going to Cleveland, and what was Atlanta going to do? Because they made all the preparation to get Deshaun and move on from Matt Ryan. Would they follow through with it? And the answer is yes. And they're eating $40 million to do it.
Well, I think that bridge was already blown up. I don't think there was any way to save that relationship. And it was just best for everybody for Matt Ryan to go somewhere else, play out the rest of his career. And I think Indianapolis is a great spot for him. I really do. I think he's going to thrive in Indianapolis, and he certainly makes that team a lot better. And then the Falcons go out and grab Marcus Mariota. So Marcus Mariota now is going to get another opportunity to be a starter in the NFL. It wasn't very good in Tennessee, and he hasn't started since on a regular basis. So now he's going to get an opportunity with Atlanta, and that's not a very good football team.
No, and again, with the Atlanta Falcons taking a $40 million cap hit, because they didn't get much for Matt Ryan.
Third-round pick.
And if you're Matt Ryan, you know where the Falcons are in their rebuild. And yes, they've got a Kyle Pitts, and that's about it.
That's it.
He's 37 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He wants another chance at a Super Bowl. And he goes to a ready-made team that is smart quarterback play away. You got the run game. You've got some receivers. You have a defense.
Yeah.
Right. And you're in the AFC South. So your only competition is really the Tennessee Titans.
True.
And so what a great landing spot for Matt Ryan. And then Marcus Mariota going somewhere, a chance to be a starter. Chances are he's not going to be very good in Atlanta because Atlanta is not very good. And Joe Reinagle says
they suck.
They suck.
Yeah.
And Marcus Mariota, he
sucks.
Yes. So you look at that. Where does Baker Mayfield end up? And how is Jimmy G still a San Francisco 49er?
It's interesting. Are the 49ers perhaps going to keep him around? I know they have Trey Lance, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure they're sold on that kid yet. I'm really not sure that they are. So does Jimmy G stick around? Because who else needs a quarterback right now?
Seattle.
Okay. And that's it.
I mean, Jameis Winston re-signs a 2-year deal, gets 21 guaranteed from the New Orleans Saints. So there are still, Drew Lock is not the answer in Seattle, and they still got a Lockett and a Metcalf. So, you look at the receivers they have, and a Penny, the running back. There are some pieces in Seattle. Does Jimmy G end up there? Is San Francisco asking a lot for him, and they're not able to move him? Because, one, if they're not completely sold on Trey Lance, they gave up a ton to get that kid. Are they trying to recoup some of that? You see Matt Ryan going for a third. What does a Jimmy G get?
Well, probably not much more than that. I mean, if San Francisco's asking much more than that, then they're not going to get anything. I mean, they're just not. But the situation is a little bit different because with Matt Ryan, again, that bridge was blown up. It was unrepairable. They had to get rid of him. There's no way that Matt Ryan's going to stick around in Atlanta after what happened, after the flirtation and the all-out pursuit of Deshaun Watson. Because everybody thought, when it came right down to it, including the general, John McClain, who thought he was going to Atlanta. And everybody thought that. And I think even Deshaun Watson was about 2 steps from the Georgia state line when Cleveland calls back and says, hey, we're going to up the ante.
Well, and you look at it. So, I mean, with Deshaun going to Cleveland, Baker likely to move somewhere, but the Browns don't have to move. And I know they signed another quarterback and they've got a deep quarterback room, but you've got to have a team willing to take on a Baker. But because of his contract situation, if you give up anything of value, and what is he going to get now, a fifth? I mean, if Matt Ryan goes, we're going to eat $40 million of cap space, Atlanta is, and only get a third-round pick. Baker, in the last year of his deal, if I'm his agent, I'm working on a trade that also comes with a new contract. Well, I can't imagine Pete Carroll signing Baker Mayfield to a long-term contract. I could see him signing a long-term deal with a Jimmy Garoppolo, who is very familiar with the NFC West. You know, you look at teams that were after a Deshaun that would like some competition in their quarterback room. Could Baker end up in Philadelphia? Could Baker end up with, say, the New York Giants? A couple of teams there, or the Carolina Panthers. You know, Matt Rule has, kind of a college-style offense. But what are you willing to give up for Baker Mayfield, knowing that he's got 1 year left on his deal, knowing that he's disgruntled, knowing that he's immature? He's, I'm surprised Jameis Winston signs a 2-year deal. Marcus Mariota, a 2-year deal. Well, Marcus has to prove it.
Of course he does.
He needs a prove it deal.
Well, so does Jameis.
Does he, though?
Sure he does.
I mean, Jameis, they liked what he was doing before he got hurt last year. But and apparently he does, because he signed it, and that's what they offered him. But that's also saying you're a bridge quarterback. The Colts are still in bridge quarterback mode because obviously Matt Ryan is not the long-term answer. They go years and years with Peyton and then years and years with Luck. And, what 5-6 quarterbacks over the last 5-6 years.
Well, if they're holding true to form, they'll fire Matt Ryan after this year and get another one and go 6 for 6. But you're right about that. But I think the Colts are looking at their football team right now and saying we are just one solid quarterback away from making a big playoff run and maybe a shot at a Super Bowl. So I don't really think they're looking too far past or down the road when it comes to Matt Ryan. They'll deal with that when the time comes. Look, I'm just not sold on Baker Mayfield. I'm not. And I don't know that anybody is, quite honestly. And I just think that he's one of those guys. Hopefully, maybe he matures, he gets better, but I just don't see anything about Baker Mayfield that gives me the chills. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nothing.
Well, there's a lot of things that gives me the chills, but did he really do that kind of chills, right?
I mean, he just doesn't excite me.
Here's the thing, though. Of all the quarterbacks, of all the quarterbacks, the fact that Carson Wentz got a job before a lot of these others is a little bit surprising. Baker, what is he guaranteed, about 19 this year?
I believe it's in that neighborhood, yeah.
Ain't nobody paying Baker 19 to go somewhere and be a backup.
No.
Can he go somewhere and compete for a starting job?
Sure.
So there's so like New York would have made sense, but they signed Tyrod Taylor.
Right.
So they're not going to bring in Baker. Sam Darnold is in Carolina. Could Sam, and I mean, it's interesting that, there's a lot of teams that need a quarterback, but not many that need it or want a Mayfield because of his contract.
What was Darnold, a second-round pick, or was he number one?
He was the number one overall. It was up in Dallas. I remember being in the same room with him. He was doing stuff on the Jets social media, and just being around how big his head really is and seeing it in person. It's pretty insane. Seriously. I mean, it's insane.
Well, can you imagine a Carolina team having 2 number 1 picks?
Yeah.
competing with each other for that starting job. I think that'd be a great landing spot for him. Why not?
Although, help me out. Wasn't Baker, he was the number 1 overall pick, and then the Jets took Darnold. Like, they were the first quarterbacks, but out of the same draft class.
Yes, were they?
I believe so.
You may be right. I don't know the answer to that right off the top of my head, but that would be interesting to have those two guys competing there. Garoppolo, teams might be worried about that shoulder. I mean, he had surgery on the throwing shoulder.
Sure.
Could be worried about that. He wasn't all that accurate when he had a healthy shoulder. So one surgically repaired, maybe that helps. Maybe he turns into the $6 million man. But I worry about him as well. But I mean, Carolina, some of these teams are at the bottom of the barrel right now. What are you going to do?
Yeah, they just need somebody to take snaps.
You still got Ryan Fitzpatrick sitting out there with his beard.
He's a post-June 1 signing. That's what it boils down to. I'm impressed that you're shaved today.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't shave?
Well, I did Saturday
okay.
because I was going to this wedding, so I figured I didn't want to be scruffy.
A little behind the scenes. Ryan Eagle's running on fumes. Did you have your 5-hour energy yet?
I did, so I feel great. Yeah.
Ryan Eagle spent the weekend in Mexico.
I did.
At a Dairy Queen.
Meridia.
And had a 6 a.m. flight today and went through hell in the Mexico City airport, but somehow makes it to work on time.
The Mexico City airport has got to be the most unbelievably massive airport that I have ever seen. And there are more people walking around that place than I have ever seen. Okay. And maybe Chicago O'Hare will give
Atlanta.
them Atlanta. But, I remember O'Hare Airport in Chicago is just massive. And then there's people everywhere. This was incredible. But it's like they're still kind of, I don't know if I should say behind the times. Because, when you get off the plane, you walk outside the ladder like the old style and you get in a bus.
Okay.
And then they bus you over to the terminal.
Sure. They do that sometimes at LAX.
Do they?
Yeah.
I've never seen that. I've never experienced that.
Okay.
I've always had a nice little, what do you call
jet
it?
bridge.
Jet, whatever you call that thing.
Yeah, sure.
So this was kind of weird. It was. Now, I've flown into Mexico City one other time, and I don't remember that happening. I probably would have. But
you might not have been sober.
You're probably right. Mexico, that city, just flying in there is just massive.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge. It's incredible. So that was interesting. I spent 2 hours in the Mexico City airport today. Had a nice breakfast there.
Good taco.
It was good. It wasn't a taco. It was actually
burrito.
No. It was a sports bar that I was sitting at, but it was like a little flank steak with a couple of eggs on top of it. With some avocado and tortillas. It was really
fantastic.
It was really pretty good, actually. So
good.
Wasn't bad.
6 a.m. wake up call, and you're hanging in.
Well, there was no place to eat at the Meridia because Maggie and I were there, and we had to take separate flights. It's a long story. I won't bore you with the details, but we had to. And mine left an hour earlier than hers, so we were looking for a place to have breakfast this morning, and there was nothing.
So a 6 a.m. flight. So you're at the airport, what, 4:30?
About 4:30, yeah. Because it was about a 30-minute drive to the airport from the hotel we were at.
So, and with an international flight, you're not just showing up late, right?
No, although everything was pretty smooth this morning. I will say it wasn't bad.
Good. So you get on the plane, you're going, get to Mexico City. She's hanging out at the airport on a different flight.
Well, they flew from Meridia to Houston.
Okay.
And got stuck in Houston because of weather.
Yeah, because the weather is coming, apparently.
It's coming, apparently. And but I didn't. So, it was kind of a bumpy arrival into San Antonio.
So she goes from there to Houston to San Antonio. You go from there to Mexico City to San Antonio.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
So it's good.
I'm glad you're hanging in.
Aero Mexico. Right? Yeah. Nice.
You didn't fly that new Spurs plane?
I did not.
What's the airline called? Viva or something?
Oh, is that Volaris?
I don't know.
I don't know. Because I saw those. I never heard of them.
Well, I think the Spurs plane is it Viva that was on the plane?
Viva?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know there's a beer called Viva. Got some in my fridge.
We'll have to talk after the show. I tried some new beer in Mexico that was actually pretty good.
They didn't have Miller Lite for you?
They didn't have Miller Lite, no. And I'm usually a Pacifico guy when I go to Mexico. I like
Tecate?
Pacifico. No, I like Pacifico.
No, what did you drink?
I don't remember the name of them.
Good Lord.
I should have written them. Well, dude, Saturday. Saturday. I don't remember a lot about Saturday. I'll be real honest with you. So I show up at the wedding and I'm already 3 sheets, right? Maggie sees it immediately. So I'm popping a 5-hour energy there too.
The wedding the wife made me go to.
Wow. It was the wedding was fantastic.
My goal was just not to make an ass out of myself or be sober.
Well, I can't guarantee I didn't make an ass out of myself, but I wasn't sober. And then you get to this wedding and the drinks are just flowing. I mean, everywhere. So it was an interesting weekend, Jason, to say the least.
Were you drinking Shark Tail?
I was not.
Okay.
No, it wasn't that. It started with an M, but it wasn't Modelo. It wasn't. I don't like Modelo. I'm not a Modelo guy. This was something else I had never seen before.
All right, fair enough. We'll figure it out.
Well, I'll try to figure it out.
End of the show. It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. You know, injuries do happen. If you twist, pull, pop, or snap something, you need to know about Dr. David Espinosa at TSAOG Orthopedics. Dr. Espinosa treats all non-surgical orthopedic injuries, and he has same-day and next-day availability. Telemedicine services are also available. And if you need surgery, you'll get referred to the specialist that can get you out of pain, because there is no reason for you to be in pain. If you're hurting, visit Dr. David Espinosa at TSAOG Orthopedics. You can schedule an appointment by calling 210-804-5490. 804-5490, or go online at tsaog.com.
Did the refs give it to the Spurs last night, or should I say to the Warriors? We'll talk about that in just a moment. But first, this Sports Center update. Of course, there's plenty of activity in the NFL today. The Atlanta Falcons have agreed to trade longtime quarterback Matt Ryan to the Colts. In exchange, they get and reach out to Marcus Mariota on a 2-year deal. And we talked about it. The Saints reached a 2-year deal with Jameis Winston. He is going back to New Orleans. Dallas Cowboys, they got themselves a pass rusher over the weekend. Dante Fowler signed him to a 1-year, $5 million deal. And we're talking Spurs basketball. What a game last night in Golden State. Spurs get a rebound and a put back at the buzzer from Keldon Johnson to win that ball game 110-108. Spurs still 2.5 games out of the play-in tournament. Back in action Wednesday night in Portland. For San Antonio Sports Star, I'm Joe Reinagle.
You can talk low carb all you want, but if you don't have a lineup of great tasting snacks behind you, you're not going to win the keto game. Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds are high protein and low carb. Plus, they're low sugar, gluten-free, and naturally loaded in collagen. So it is a no-brainer. Get the bold flavors of Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B and online at southernrecipesmallbatch.com.
Southern Recipe pork rinds.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor.
Shaw stands for skilled hands at work.
And he lives up to the name as he uses his versatile tractor to make
the earth take the shape that I wanted to take.
And the Allens fire up their John Deere 3032E compact tractor
to grow about 9 acres of flowers.
Because the beauty of having land is deciding how to make it yours. There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Want your biggest possible tax refund this year? Jackson Hewitt and Walmart have an offer you won't want to miss. Your Jackson Hewitt Tax Pro will prepare your federal return for as little as $59 and no more than $179. Taxes done where you shop. Your biggest federal refund guaranteed for no more than $179. Stop by Jackson Hewitt in any participating Walmart store today, because this offer won't last. Terms apply.
Honda is calling all explorers to check out the Pioneer 1000 side-by-side lineup. Each model sports a best-in-class 999cc engine, Honda's exclusive automatic dual-clutch transmission, plus a massive towing capacity, stellar handling, and legendary build quality. Start your adventure at pioneer.honda.com and discover which model is right for you. For your safety, read the owner's manual, wear protection, always wear a seatbelt, and keep side nets and doors closed. Side-by-sides are for drivers 16 years of age and older.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I'm asking about Prevnar 20 because there's a chance pneumococcal pneumonia could put me in the hospital. Age 65 or older, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I want to be able to keep my plans.
So I'm asking my doctor about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
Guys, stop what you're doing. Give me a few seconds of your time and let me give you a piece of advice that will change your love life forever. Have you noticed you've been losing a little pep in your step? Has your lady friend asked you, is everything okay? Do you find yourself having trouble rising for the occasion? Do you stress out before that special moment and wonder, is it gonna work? Guys, I'm going to let you in on a big secret. You don't ever have to worry again. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula has you covered. Mojo is the 100% guaranteed male enhancement formula that guarantees lasting success, if you know what I mean. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula is safe, natural, and effective every single time, guaranteed. Mojo is available in a fast-acting spray and a quick-action capsule. Do yourself and her a favor and call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today. They'll get you set up for success. Call 210-494-2210. That number again is 210-494-2210. Mojo Male Enhancement, only available at Pure Line Nutrition.
Second it takes. The Blitz with Joe Reinagle and Jason Minix. San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. He is Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. Dak Prescott is currently, as we stand right now, at a walk-ons grand opening ribbon cutting thing up in the Dallas area.
Nice.
Little kid yells at him, "We win in the Super Bowl?" Apparently Dak turned to the kid, "Damn right."
Well, what is he going to say?
Exactly.
Hell no. Are you kidding me? We're the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm reading the interactions on Twitter, and it was like the Mean Joe Green Coke commercial from the 70s. Yeah, kid. Of course we're going to win the Super Bowl. We say that every year. More importantly, the shoulder that he had surgery on, he said is fine, and he's 100% doing everything with that non-throwing shoulder.
Well, that's good news because I think that affected him more than he was willing to say at the end of the year last year. So, you know, it's always great to talk Cowboys football. In the offseason, they've been a lot of fun. As has this whole quarterback shuffle thing has just been a blast. But the Cowboys actually finally starting to make some moves and could be a couple of other things around the corner.
Well, and again, I mean, the Cowboys do make some, and the Cowboys dominate the conversation nonstop.
Always.
You were in Mexico this weekend.
Yeah.
A lot of Cowboys talk. I was at the Texas coast. I went to Port A for the weekend. It was kind of windy, not kind of windy. It was damn windy, and it was kind of cold. It was in the 60s. So we didn't spend a lot of time actually on the beach. I was surprised for spring break that the beaches were empty.
Really?
At least where we were, which is down by the Sandcastle. If you're familiar with Port A, you know where the Sandcastle is. There wasn't a lot. Now, was it the weather? Was it the wind? Because the bars and the restaurants were packed, and it was a group of 13. So we weren't going anywhere as a group to go eat or drink for that matter. But the old Whataburger there looked like a Friday night after a high school football game.
Yeah.
The Stripes. I was in the Stripes buying beer because what we took Friday, which we thought would last the weekend, we needed a replenishment by about 2:00 Saturday afternoon. The amount of kids trying to buy beer at a store is ridiculous. I saw 3. Now, granted, the place was packed, right?
It always is.
And the 3 different times while I was in line, kid gets carded, And the worker at Stripes either said, "No, that looks fake to me," or "You're not 21. I can't sell it to you." Then they go outside, get a friend to come inside and buy the beer.
Yeah.
I saw that 3 times. I was in line 10 minutes. Welcome to spring break.
Welcome to spring break. Yeah, the people at Stripes, good for them, but I don't think they really care who drinks it.
No.
You just got to be 21 to buy it.
Exactly.
So,
and I will tell you that there was getting to the beach was a bit of a nightmare. When you're going down, you go over the bridge in Corpus, you go up, you take the left to go down to Port Aransas, however long that road is. What is it, 361 or whatever it is, right? The traffic was backed up forever. There's cops everywhere, fire trucks. They were like, what the hell happened on the beach? Apparently, there was a shooting.
Oh, wow.
On the beach.
Really?
Maybe that was a reason why it was kind of empty Saturday and Sunday.
Wow.
I don't know.
Probably not. I mean, you don't want to go to the beach and be cold.
Yeah,
so you might as well stay in the condo or wherever you're staying and just drink there.
Exactly.
You'll be drinking one way or the other.
Exactly.
So you might as well be warm
or uncomfortably.
Exactly.
But either way, you're doing a lot of drinking.
No, that's fun. It's always fun to go to Port A. And I understand why you took I love taking the ferry. But
I do too.
It's always crowded this time of year.
Yeah, this time of year, I'm not taking the chance of getting stuck on the ferry. But it took an hour from the time we turned left on 361 to get to the sandcastle.
Wow.
Because the cops were clearing the beaches. So the directing traffic, there was beach roads I didn't know existed, cars coming from all kinds of places, but the backup. And then finally I saw a KRIS TV news truck. So I went to their Twitter feed to see what was going on, and they were talking about a shooter on the beach. But I mean, basically, if you had sirens on top of your car in the, I saw Gregory, Portland Police, and Rockport, and Corpus,
they were all there.
And everybody was there. I mean, you could have done anything you wanted anywhere else, apparently, on the Texas coast, because all of them were on 361, just creating a nightmare.
Well, this must have been, 10, 11 o'clock, because you guys didn't leave till after our show at Twin Peaks.
We got off the air at 7. I was in the car by 7:10.
Yeah.
It was about 9:10,
Okay.
9:15 when we turned that corner, and we didn't get into the condo till about 10:15.
Wow.
It was, like I said, it was the backup was tremendous and, very, very unfortunate. But the moon was spectacular. Everything about the weekend was great.
It always is.
The full moon over the water.
Yeah.
It's great.
Well, just going to the beach, period.
Yeah.
It's fun. I don't care what you're doing or what the weather's like. It's just fun to be there. I love the smell of the beach.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's good stuff. Then last night coming home, friend was having a birthday party on a ranch near Pleasanton.
Oh,
so
nice.
David Lee Garza was playing that.
Oh, sweet.
Well, it was a lot of fun. The one song that I knew was a George Strait song.
Yeah.
But it was fun hanging out with him. And then finally you get home and, the games are on there. But yeah, it was good, long, fun weekend.
Yeah, long is good, and it was fun. I had a good time,
and all of that
too.
Everybody's talking about the Cowboys and what they're doing or what they're not doing. I think, because for so long, they didn't sign anybody. They finally did sign some players. Started on Friday, and they signed some players over the weekend. There's now some talk. And I haven't seen if they've made it official yet, but Zadarius Smith thought he was going to sign somewhere else, but now the Cowboys are in the mix along with the Vikings. So you get a better pass rusher, right?
The Colts too, I think.
So I mean, and JPP is in the mix. And there's at least some talk. Tyrann Mathieu might be in the mix. I mean,
he was the guy I think was the Colts or the Cowboys. I don't know. Is he a guy you really want?
Dude, I would love to have Tyron Smith on the Dallas Cowboys. The Honey Badger is a winner.
Tyrann Mathieu.
Or Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah.
What'd I say? Tyron Smith?
Tyron Smith.
Yeah, we've got a Tyron Smith that we need to replace with just another Tyron. Tyrann Mathieu. Did I mention we haven't had a lot of sleep? Between the two of us, it's going to be one of those kind of Mondays.
It may be.
Right? But I mean, I knew I said something wrong because Edwin perked up like, what? Huh? What? Right? Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah.
He is a stud. And I didn't really know what to expect when he signed with the Houston Texans. But when he was with the Houston Texans, Rob Thompson and I were down there covering training camp, and he came on the show.
Yeah.
And there was just something about that dude, besides the whitest teeth you will ever see on a human being.
Really?
But he was so nice. Everything he talked about, off the air, on the air, but you could just tell he is a locker room leader. And I do think the Dallas Cowboys need veteran players like that. I was surprised that Kansas City walked away from him, but I understand at his age and whatnot. The Cowboys tend not to pay a safety, but they need a guy like that on that defense.
Well, as we have talked about, Jason, and I'm not a huge Tyrann Mathieu fan, not anymore, I guess. You know, I was when he first came in the league, and I just think his skills have diminished a little bit. Having said that, we've talked a lot about the Cowboys doing things a little bit differently. I mean, what they've been doing for the past 25 years ain't working. So why not overpay for a safety? I mean, what have you got to lose at this point in time? And that has been one of the biggest weaknesses of that defense for a long time, is the defensive secondary. So why not give it a shot? I mean, at some point in time, Jerry's going to have to roll the dice. You got the Indianapolis Colts now. And granted, they got Matt Ryan for nothing. But you're seeing all these teams just going for it now. They're not building for 5 years from now. They're trying to win right now.
They are trying to win right now. And I look, Matt Ryan to the AFC South. Right. I mean, the AFC is just loaded.
Yes.
The NFC feels wide open for the Cowboys to strike now. And maybe they still can with what they have done. Their history, their philosophy is they don't spend big in free agents. They don't spend big money on safeties. I think Roy Williams was the last one that really got paid. It's not like there's another Darren Woodson out there. But, that it's what the Cowboys have always done. So I can't get mad when they're doing – well, I can, because I want them to do something different. But, they put values of what they're willing to spend at each position group. So if they overspend here, they're going to have to spend less somewhere else. I mean, it's simple budgeting math, and where they value safeties. They've got a guy that was a safety, then a linebacker that wants to go being back as a safety. Well, does Keanu Neal end up back with the Cowboys as a safety, or does he sign somewhere else to go be a safety because they want him to be a linebacker? Well, the bringing back of a Leighton Vander Esch probably suggests he's gone, unless they make him a safety for less money, which doesn't make sense to me if I'm Keanu Neal.
I don't think it makes any sense at all. But it's funny that you see all these other teams, and it seems like the salary cap means nothing, except to the Dallas Cowboys. They're the only ones that seem to give a damn about the salary cap.
Well, I mean,
Matt Stafford got a huge payday over the weekend.
He did. He did. But they also are going to lose some players, so they could afford to do that. And he got him a Super Bowl. They rewarded him for that Super Bowl. You look at losing a Randy Gregory. With the money that they would have given Randy Gregory, they end up with 4 guys. Now, you look at Armstrong and Fowler and Leighton Vander Esch and Washington, the receiver that they signed. Would I rather have Cedric Wilson than Washington? Yes. Would I have Randy Gregory? Would I rather have Randy Gregory than Dorrance Armstrong? Yes. Yes, I would. But they went out and got some guys that can play, that probably can contribute. But they're going to have to. Dan Quinn's got to get more out of them than expectation, which is something that Dan Quinn did in Seattle. And what he's known, and I think he did it last year. He got more out of guys than what you expected. And that is what Jerry has got to be banking on.
I guess so. Speaking of Randy Gregory, he can go jump in a lake. I really can't stand guys like that who have been propped up by a team and by a team owner, and then he just spits in their face. And that's all he's done. He gave him the big peace sign what do you say? One finger?
Half a peace
Oh,
sign.
half a peace sign.
Think about your peace sign.
Yeah.
You gave him half.
Half of it.
And it wasn't the index finger. It
Yes.
wasn't saying you were number one.
I don't understand people like that. I mean, Randy Gregory wouldn't be in the league if it wasn't for Jerry Jones.
It is true, and they gave him a lot of money. They did some things that, converted salary to bonus so that when he got suspended, it wouldn't hurt his wallet as much. And I do think he lashed out at the Cowboys on Twitter over the weekend, but I think he was more going after fans or trying to make himself feel better about his decision as opposed to flipping the bird to Jerry Jones, although he did criticize the Cowboys for the way they negotiated with them. But a tweet responded with, you guys don't pay my bills, right? He made the best decision, right? Dude, you got to have thicker skin. Then he went after the Cowboy fan base, saying that it was a toxic fan base. And that's probably true. It is.
That's because they've been roasting him since he took the deal with Denver.
Well, because he committed and then he uncommitted. And
right.
But again, name a fan base that isn't toxic at many levels, whether you're talking an NFL fan base or a team in the Southland Conference, right? Every fan base is toxic if you're a player that's not performing or you feel like you've screwed over our program. I'm a fan of this team. You left. Screw you, you son of a... Yeah, we're toxic, right?
Kawhi Leonard comes to mind.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one that comes to mind, that I'm very toxic when it comes to him. Look, if Randy Gregory had gotten a deal, and I don't know what the negotiations were, but if he would have gotten a deal that was completely different, a lot more money to go to Denver, okay, I see that. You got to look after yourself. It's the same deal, except for one provision in the contract.
And again, if you don't trust yourself, you don't sign that contract.
That's exactly right.
And it's also saying your boss doesn't necessarily trust you. So we put a safeguard in there that hopefully will motivate you to make good decisions. It's a bet right now that at some point, well, they don't test for weed anymore, but if they did, that Randy's got another suspension coming in his future.
Well, I would bet on that. And a place you could probably do that is at busr.com. You can bet on everything there. I don't know if you can bet on Randy Gregory screwing up or not, but I wouldn't be surprised. But, hey, if you want to play casino games, you can do that. Bet on the horses, you can do that. They've got a race book. And, of course, with the tournament going on and all this stuff happening right now, they've got a sports book. That's where you need to go, busr.com. They have got everything there. It's a lot of fun. It's easy to sign up. I've done it. Took about 5 minutes to do it. You make a deposit, and guess what? Exclusively for Sports Star listeners, they're going to give you a 100% deposit bonus. Why not get in on the action? It makes things so much more fun, and it's easy to do. All you do is go to busr.com/SportsStar. Again, that's busr.com/SportsStar. Remember, you want to get in the game? Go to BUSR.
Where the superstars of tomorrow are found and where teams build for the future. Free agency and the NFL draft. Prescott, Lamb, Burrow, Mahomes, and more. Follow every minute of free agency and the NFL draft and stay connected with San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
Hello, Connecticut. May I help you?
This is Bill Tyson. Is this my Connecticut Pro?
Yes, Mr. Tyson. What can I do for you?
Calling from Yellowstone National Park. Old Faithful just erupted and reminded me I didn't set the vacation bypass in my Connecticut water conditioner. Would you run over to my house and set it? I've hidden the key under my doormat.
Well,
I forgot to set the bypass last year. I had that other brand, and the software used up 4,000 pounds of salt in a week.
Mr. Tyson, relax. With your new Connecticut, there is no vacation cycle or any worries about salt. If you don't use any water, your Connecticut won't either. We not only believe in saving salt, but also in saving water.
Would you go over and unplug it then? I'm trying to conserve electricity.
You forget that your Connecticut doesn't use electricity either. There's nothing to plug in. And don't forget that your Connecticut is also completely automatic.
I mean, I can relax and enjoy my whole vacation?
That's right.
This is great. I've got Old Faithful here at Yellowstone and an Old Faithful in my Connecticut water conditioner at home.
The last water softener you'll ever own. ConnecticutSA.com.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So instead, we're going to hire a professional voice actor and pay him absurd amounts of money to say,
I like this product.
Not sure why that was better. I mean, I'm a professional too, but we didn't pay him to say the business part, so back to me. Save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. Sorry, I know hearing me say it was a bit of a letdown. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
This Saturday, tune in to Build It Forward, a special limited series on HGTV that gives back to local community members in a big way. In collaboration with Lowe's and the 100 Hometowns Initiative, Build It Forward highlights 5 local heroes who nominated their communities for special impact projects and are now in for a surprise home renovation of their dreams. Hosted by Matt Blashaw and Tanya Nyack. Build It Forward airs this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern on HGTV, HGTV.com, and TV everywhere, and streaming on Discovery Plus. For more info, go to hgtv.com.
With the tournament coming to town, San Antonio Sports Star is heading downtown for Yingling Lager Hoop City at Pinkerton's Barbecue. Starting March 24th, the Blitz, halftime, and Saturday morning hangover will all be live at Pinkerton's Barbecue at Legacy Park, where you can watch the tournament games on the jumbo screen. Chances to win a Yingling Grizzly ice chest every hour during live broadcast, as well as Pinkerton gift cards. Enjoy Yingling Lager, Light Lager 99, Golden Pilsner, and Yingling Fight for $4. Yingling Lager Hoop City at Pinkerton's Barbecue, the 24th through the 26th.
The Paul Feinbaum Show.
I got more football knowledge, my little finger, than you got between them 2 big dumbbells on your ear, buddy.
Tomorrow afternoon at 2, San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
Hey guys, it's Rudy J. Let's talk the biggest stories in sports tomorrow morning, 7 till 10 on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Opening day for baseball is April 7th. Carlos Correa, that dude, he's now a Twin.
Go jump in the lake, too.
There's got to be more to it because it felt like there was more money in years in the Astros deal, and then all of a sudden he signs with the Twins. That son of a... But if you're an Astro fan, you've had to have thick skin for a number of years, especially from those damn Yankee fans who act like they don't do anything wrong.
Not true.
Yeah. Oh, the Major League Baseball letter to the Yankees on sign stealing that was written back in 2017 from the league office. A judge has ruled it will be unsealed.
Why would Major League Baseball do that when they crucified the Astros?
Because
rightly so, by the way. I'm just saying they should have crucified the Astros.
Why?
But they should have
the Astros cheated better than the other teams?
Obviously, they cheated worse than the other teams.
Well, no, because one player broke the code and said, but again, then there was an investigation.
It's all legal till you get caught.
Well, pretty much, right? But, you cheaters. And I've got some friends, Wookie, that are big-time Yankee fans that have given me so much crap. Oh, we didn't do it. Uh-huh.
There is cheating to some degree in every sport.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
I mean, the Patriots have gotten away with it for years, right? Yep. So I don't know. I just think covering it up, though, if this is true that the league covered this up, that's a problem. That's a big problem. I don't care if it's Yankees or not. That's a problem.
A lawsuit over the daily fantasy ramifications of electronic sign stealing in baseball alleged that a 2017 news release from Rob Manfred hid the full findings of what Major League Baseball discovered the Yankees had done. The letter's impending release will reveal any differences between what Manfred said in public about his findings and what was revealed in private. And all the baseball insiders say there's going to be bad for the New York Yankees. Bad.
Well, it should be. If what they're doing, if they cheated, number one. But this has got to be bad for baseball. Well, if baseball actually covered this up, That's just unbelievable.
Half
to
the
me.
time, covering up the crime is more devastating than the crime itself.
True.
And sign stealing has been a part of baseball forever and ever and ever.
Of course it has.
I mean, there's and it's the same in football. When you see the coach with the menu over his mask. I mean, Andy Reid has stolen plenty of signs. That's why his menu card is so big. You know that. What you can't have is the integrity of the game feeling like it's at stake. There is a reason why there's so much talk right now about how could Deshaun Watson get the contract he did, essentially get rewarded for bad behavior. Well, because it didn't affect the integrity of the game compared to Tom Brady deflating footballs to change something, or betting on games because the integrity is there. Sign stealing does affect the integrity of the game, but covering it up when every team does it. Every team does it.
The difference, Jason, is, and you're right, sign stealing's been going on forever, but it's usually a guy that gets on second base and he's looking at the catcher and he kind of relays.
Yeah, well, small ball is gone. You had to improvise.
Right. But when you're talking about electronics now and cameras up designed to do this, that's a whole new ball game, so to speak. That can't be allowed.
But we all, they're scouting. You got a gazillion scouting reports.
Okay, scout.
You've got everything there, use of electronics, video equipment in the damn clubhouses. What is this guy doing? What is that guy doing? What the analytics say. It is the next step, right? Should there be sign stealing? No. But we know everybody does it. And every team goes through different cycles with how they do their signs, right? Because they know that it's out there for public.
Right.
No different than, I promise you, every college coach, they study the sideline tape of when they hold up a card like this, all the different sayings. What does that likely mean? On the sidelines, you got 8 guys in different colored shirts all sending in signs. You just have to figure out which is the guy that has the right sign that time. You know why they have 8 guys doing it? Because they know somebody across the way has been studying those signs.
Sure.
Everybody does it. It's a part of the game.
Not when you have a camera in center field squarely on the catcher's
junk.
and you're trying, that's not allowed. Hey, if you want to do it, you want to scout, and that's fine, and teams can try and outsmart each other, but the electronics portion of it, you can't. That's just that's
so
where
that crosses the line
that
for you.
crosses the line.
A little banging of a trash can.
Yes.
Bang, bang, bang. Curveball's coming.
Yeah. I mean, if a curveball's coming,
it's easier to hit.
Well, of course it is.
Yeah. Change your signs.
Well, they do. Or how about take the camera out of center field?
Use the electronics that are available to you to not have sign stealing. Why everybody doesn't have the earpiece in, and some guy can just call it in, and there are no signs to steal. Because then, of course, somebody's going to chime in. And
how does that work exactly? Call it in.
You got the ear.
Right.
There's a college in Tennessee that's doing this year.
In baseball?
Yes.
Okay.
And then they've got an earpiece, and the earpiece, the manager or the pitching coach calls in the pitch, and everybody is listening to it. Just like if
all right.
the green dot in the NFL helmet, you can talk to them for a while.
Okay.
Utilize that technology, eliminate signs altogether.
I got some bad news for you before we go to break.
What?
No Tyrann Mathieu. J-Ron Curse is coming back to the Dallas Cowboys.
We can get them both.
Okay.
We got that Randy Gregory money to spend.
That was just announced, by the way.
I'm glad J-Ron. Is he coming back as a safety or a linebacker? I mean, let's be real.
I didn't go that far.
Oh, well, find that out.
Okay.
We'll talk about that as we continue. And our bracket sucks, so we're going to make new ones coming up here on the Blitz. Nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. Whether it's you, a family member, a friend of yours, somebody gets arrested, you want to get out of jail fast. Best way to do that, call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. You can text bail to 474747, or even start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds because nobody beats their price. They have payment plans available, offer a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. License number 149. Call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121 or online at mybestbailbonds.com.
Didn't catch R&R in the morning? Here's what you missed.
You're one of the others. It's like Android or Apple. You picked your team.
You're a green guy.
Who's messing up our group text right now? Pledge.
The producers are green guys.
Because they know that it's better. Apple is skinny jeans. Samsung is boot cut.
That is the best description I've ever heard.
Samsung is dad bod. Then I should have Samsung.
I got the wrong phone.
I got the wrong phone.
Rob Thompson, Rudy J. Weekday morning 7 to 10 on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
If you're suffering every day with joint pain, stop and listen. You can get real, lasting relief now with natural biologic treatments at QC Kinetics. Hey, it's James Pledger. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative solutions that can restore and repair damaged tissue with no surgery and no drugs. This is the relief that you've been hoping for your aching hips, knees, shoulders, lower back. The unique protocols at QC Kinetics were created by a physician with years of study in regenerative, restorative medicine. They're treating patients every day in hundreds of clinics nationwide with remarkable success, life-changing results, zero downtime. This is the new, better, smarter, non-surgical, non-invasive way to deal with joint pain. And yes, they're right here, ready to help you now. Make this spring and summer your best ever with no joint pain holding you back. QC Kinetics, locations in Hollywood Park and Westover Hills. Call 210-571-0318 for a free consultation. That's 571-0318.
Howdy, San Antonio. Chip Ingram from the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant, inviting you to come out and enjoy patio season. We have newly remodeled patios, garage doors, and everything else you need to enjoy this great South Texas weather. As always, ice cold beer and specialty drinks. Happy hours daily from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And our kitchen is open from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. See you soon at the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant at 281 and Redland Road.
Research shows people remember radio ads that remind them of the past. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need, here's an ad that'll really take you back.
Back in my day, I heard a voice from the radio say, Liberty Mutual customizes my home insurance so I only pay for what I need. I'm getting on in years now, but heavens to Betsy, there are some things an old fella like me just never forgets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
We're out of the brand name, but we do have the generic version.
Serene's Pharmacy can't keep up with allergy season.
Who's next in line?
They need certified technicians to alleviate the headache.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry for the wait. We'll have your prescription filled soon. I need some help.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Live, local, loud. KZDC, San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN, AM 1250 and 103.3 FM. Joe Reinagle, Jason Minix, The Blitz.
It is The Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN, AM 1250, 103.3 FM. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. We are comfortable inside a room with no windows.
Well, that was a little random. Something you've been thinking about?
Well, I generally don't give a damn except for like right now but my Twitter feed right now is J-Ron Curse, 2 years, 10 million, could be worth up to 11. He's coming off his best season. Oh, and hail is on the way, and we're under a tornado watch.
Right.
Is it raining outside yet? Edwin, will you look up, because Edwin is in a room without windows. So we're going to send him down the hall to look out a window.
See if it's raining.
To see if it's raining.
Okay.
Sounds all Judge Judy-ish, doesn't it?
It does.
Because, quite frankly, I'm going to be very concerned and distracted if it starts hailing here because all our cars are sitting in the parking lot, completely unprotected.
No cover for the cars at all. So hopefully that doesn't happen. And my problem,
yeah, what's your problem?
I can't get my car in the garage right now.
Why?
Well, we moved some dining room furniture into my spot in the garage. So guess what?
Edwin?
No rain.
No rain?
Still sunny outside.
Still sunny.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a couple clouds, but yeah.
All right. That's your weather report from Edwin Hafner.
That was very good.
We're going to do this daily now.
Get paid extra for it?
No. You work in radio, bro. You get your PhD piled higher and deeper, and that's about it.
Actually, we'll talk to my buddy Bill Taylor, our buddy Bill Taylor.
That's your buddy.
Coming up,
your little buddy.
5:45.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently there is some pretty major weather.
Yeah.
When you see Mayor Ron Nirenberg tweeting and quote tweeting the National Weather Service, yeah, all right, let's pay attention. But it looks like, because the radio station is 35 in Eisenhower.
Right.
And it looks like north of 35, like Schertz, Cibolo, and I'm no weatherman, but in up near, like I just saw Paul Morales from Channel 5. I'm going live. That guy is standing on the square in New Braunfels. It's like it looks, like, all right, it's gonna ice over. What's the idiot that gets to go to Kerrville and stand on the side of the road, right? It's like, all right, he's in New Braunfels. So I feel like San Antonio is in pretty good shape. But Bill Taylor will join us at 5:45. He would join us sooner, but he's got to do TV work.
Yeah, he's a little busy. So we catch him right in between the 5 and the 6 o'clock news. So we'll get an update from Billy T.
Well, and the Weather Service thing said, it's between 3 p.m. and 3 a.m. I'd like to know a little bit more.
I would too.
I will, but if you're around this area and you hope that your car gets hail damage, you can come by the radio station, grab my car, and take it to the car wash. Right there before Eisenhower, right before Austin Highway, because when it hails, that's where we all go.
The car wash.
The car wash.
Why?
Because it's got a roof. You just drive in. Your car is protected for the most part. You watch it hail. When it's done hailing, then you come back to work. Except we can't do that while we're on the air.
Oh, is there one of those car washes around here?
Literally, I just said on Eisenhower, right before
did?
Austin
Okay,
Highway.
All right.
You drive past it every day. But it's one of those kind of car washes that you're not going to, Joe, because you have to put the quarters in, you get the little gun, and you got to spray it yourself.
I've done that.
When?
Well, it's been a while.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's why you don't notice there's a car wash there.
I mean, when you can just go through and it does it all for you, why do that?
I'm a clean car guy. I'm at the wash tub at least twice a week, if not more.
See, I don't go to the wash tub twice a week, but I'll go to the wash tub because to get the inside clean.
Yeah.
But then once the inside's clean, I'll kind of let that go for a time or two.
I've been in your car, I know.
Just wash it.
French fries everywhere.
There's not.
Dairy Queen taco shell remnants. Those are there as well. Now, but see, I buy the membership to the wash tub.
Oh.
So I can go that much because I want to make sure I'm getting every nickel out of that membership.
Well, you should.
I'm not paying the regular rates to go there. See, I think they lose money on me. They make money on my wife's membership.
And most everybody else. And that's why they do that. What is it, like $25 a month or something like that?
I don't know. It's like, well, because I renew it, it's just under $400 for the year.
Yeah, I think it's like 200 or 25 bucks a year. It's not very expensive, okay?
Math, not your thing, is it?
No, it's not.
It's not. But if you were paying the $25-$30 for the wash every time you went, that would get pricey. That's why you get the membership.
Exactly.
And I don't like going through, where you get gas and you want a car wash and you go through those things. I'm always worried those things are going to scratch up my car a little bit.
Well, I'm worried about that too. And I like one that has the brushes, not just one with the water.
Yeah.
Because those don't get as clean as the brushes.
But you probably like the multicolored soaps, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're easily entertained.
See, now there's one right down the street from where I live that is like that, but they don't do the inside. I mean, they have free vacuums.
Sure.
But, to get the whole full deal with the wax and the nice colors and all that stuff, and you go in there, it's like you're in a disco. The lights are going off, and it's like, you're partying. But they don't do the inside.
Yeah. Is that the bubble bath car wash? I like them, too. They do a really good job.
I don't know what it's called.
Oh.
I just know it's right down the street. It's very convenient.
Chris Gonzalez on Facebook Live says in Alamo Ranch they have a few clouds, but all sun. See, and if it could stay that way, it's about 7:40. When my car is in the garage, then we're good.
See, I want to ask Bill Taylor why this is happening? Is it a cold front coming in? Why? What's happening? There's got to be something.
It's called hail season, Joe.
Is it?
We go through
I
this.
guess today is the first day of spring, by the way.
We go through this every year. Is it really?
I believe it is,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. March 21st.
It is officially, you can wear your white pants again.
Oh. I can't tell you the last time I wore white pants. Believe they were part of my dress uniforms while I was in the United States Navy. I think that might have been the last time I wore white pants. I don't own a pair of white pants or white jeans. Do you have white jeans?
Not jeans, no.
Do you get some white linen pants?
I do.
You do, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Because I love wearing those. And the only time I ever wear them is I go to Mexico.
Okay.
I didn't take them this time because it
you
wasn't
weren't at the
there
beach.
long.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I'm at why not? They're great. They're comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I wear white, and I wear them well, buddy. Nice little string in the front.
Nobody wants to hear about you and strings on a beach in Mexico. Good Lord. Are you one of those?
If I'm walking around the resort, sure. Nice pair of linens.
Thought you were going to go with a white thong.
No.
Walking around the
thongs.
resort.
I won't do that to anybody, even if I don't know you. No thongs.
See-through white pants.
No Speedo either. I
This
promise
your tuggy and you're ready to go, huh?
Hey, that's a good idea.
No, it's not. It really isn't.
Tuggy on the beach.
Yeah. 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 Local sportscaster arrested while in Mexico. Embassy says keep him if he did that.
Exactly.
We're not getting you out. All right.
Hey, look like a tiger.
Right Eagle needs to take a nap. He's punch drunk.
Little bit. It's been a long day, but I'm good.
Did you sleep on the plane?
Strong. I did. The first flight I did.
The first flight was short.
No, it was about an hour and a half. I probably slept an hour of it, I bet.
At 6 a.m., I would hope.
Well, yeah, I did. The time we took off, and yeah, I slept. I had 2 cups of coffee before that, so it took a little while.
Why would you drink 2 cups of coffee knowing you want to sleep on the plane?
Dude, if I don't have coffee in the morning when I get up, it's not good. I don't care what I'm doing.
This is true. This is true. If you travel with Ryan Eagle,
that's right.
Make sure there's coffee somewhere. My wife is the same way.
Got to have it.
She's got to have because one of us is going to end up in a bad mood if she doesn't get her coffee.
You'll both end up in a bad mood.
Yeah, this is very true.
That's what happens.
I
got to have it.
I was in a bad mood on Friday after Kentucky got eliminated early. And, my friends were all making fun of me because my bracket was busted.
After day one.
Yeah, well, after weekend one, all my friends have ugly brackets too. Joe had Tennessee winning the whole thing.
I sure did.
I had Kentucky winning the whole thing. If you had any kind of SEC team not named Arkansas, you are screwed.
True.
And a lot of SEC love in this year's bracket. Edwin, who did you have winning the whole thing when it all got started? Edwin Hafner, our producer. So you should probably have your headphones on ready to go throughout the whole show, so we don't have to wait for you to get ready.
I had Gonzaga winning.
You have Gonzaga. So you're still alive in your bracket.
Well, 3 of my 4 teams are alive. Iowa's the only team that's out.
You had the Iowa Hawkeyes?
Making it to the Final Four, yeah.
Wow. Really? All right.
Okay.
So your three teams that are still alive in your Final Four are who?
Purdue, Arizona, and Gonzaga.
Okay. All right. Well, the rest of us need another bracket. Edwin's his is still in pretty good shape.
He's in good shape.
He's in pretty good shape. If you need to redo your bracket, you can do that. You can dial us up on the Kia Bossa Bacon phone lines or at 210-656-ESPN 656-3776 or tweet us and tell us how wrong we are going to be because we're going to re-bracket. And based on our history this year, this might go down as the worst bracket I have ever filled out in my life.
Yeah, this could be, but it's because the game is changing and we need to change with it.
This bracket has more red on it than my English papers while in high school.
Yeah.
And that's saying something.
working with you for the last 3 months, I understand your English not very good.
Bite me. I look at this, and now that I'm an expert after this weekend,
well, it would be nice to have a preview, like the first weekend. You kind of see these teams that are playing well.
we have. It's called the basketball season.
But
The preview has been there.
It's different.
No, I mean, I think what it, dude, there are a lot of upsets.
I'm telling
that's
you.
why they call it March Madness. I think that's what it boils down to.
I've
right?
got a great second chance bracket here, though.
Do you? All right.
I do.
So we're re-bracketing. Joe and I have not discussed who we have now chosen.
Nope.
All right. So let's start. We'll finish with the South region since that's here in San Antonio. Let's start with the West region. The games coming up this week, you've got Gonzaga and Arkansas.
Gonzaga.
All right. Me too. Texas Tech and Duke.
Tech.
Me too. All right. The East region. North Carolina, UCLA.
UCLA.
I've got North Carolina.
Yeah.
Purdue against St. Peter's.
Purdue.
You're going Purdue. Me too.
You're not going to go St. Peter's?
I am not.
Okay.
I am not. Cinderella's done.
All right.
So Purdue, North Carolina, who do you have winning?
Purdue. I've got Purdue, UCLA, and Purdue beating UCLA.
See, I've got North Carolina winning.
Oh my God!
I've got
they've got the hook in your mouth, don't they?
So this side of the bracket into the Final Four, I've got Texas Tech against North Carolina.
I got Tech against Purdue.
All right. On the right side of your bracket, we'll go Midwest, Kansas and Providence.
I've got Providence winning that game.
I've got Kansas.
Okay.
Miami and Iowa State.
Miami.
Okay. So who do you have in your Final Four? I've got Miami.
I've got Providence.
Okay, so you've got Providence beating Kansas. I've got Miami beating Kansas in the Elite Eight game because Kansas will break your heart at some point. So neither of us have the Jayhawks going to the Final Four.
No, in fact, I've got them being done next game.
Okay, in the South region here in San Antonio, Arizona against Houston.
I've got the Wildcats.
I do too, Arizona. Villanova against Michigan.
Villanova.
I do too. In the regional championship for the right to go to the Final Four.
Villanova.
Me too. Damn.
Wow.
All right.
You're smarter than I thought.
We know the Wildcats are going.
We do.
Can I just put Wildcats on there? Can I hedge my bet a little bit and go Wild? So in the Final Four, I already forgot who you have, but I've got North Carolina knocking off Texas Tech and Villanova knocking off Miami to set up a championship game between Villanova and North Carolina. Who is in your championship game?
I have the Boilermakers of Purdue taking on the Wildcats of Villanova.
And who do you have winning?
The Wildcats.
You've got Villanova winning the whole thing.
Villanova wins. They wear the crown.
I've got North Carolina knocking off Villanova. And I put a lot of thought into this. I mean, North Carolina's just been dominant. I watched what they did to Marquette. That was good. I saw those boys beat Duke and Coach K's last game. And as a not Duke fan, what better way to send Coach K into retirement than having him have to watch North Carolina celebrate a championship and cut down the nets? There's some added incentive there. Because, after Duke beat Michigan State.
What a game. It was reminiscent of Elite Eight, Final Four games. I mean, both teams were lights out. I mean, with the effort today. We're so very proud of winning this game because we beat a heck of a team. Obviously,
You should
as
have
well coached as
destroyed
any in the
that
country.
Michigan
And
State team. Duke should
I thought
have.
when we got down, we were young for a while there.
Yeah, you still are. Because, we knew this was coming. I didn't expect it to be as over the top, but I don't need to see every time Duke's struggling a shot at Coach K's wife. For and I'm not a Duke fan. I was in that final game. I wanted them to win that game. I thought it was a special moment. But now, every time Duke plays, it could be the last.
Right.
So we're getting the same crap every game. I can only handle so much. And what would be a better send-off than his greatest rival winning the championship the year he is out? For those kids from North Carolina, that's just added extra. That's the motivation. That's the difference maker. And then UNC team, they're good.
So you like pull wings off butterflies as a kid too? I mean,
there's been
that's
times.
just,
We used to actually try that on those lightning bugs.
That's just mean.
There wasn't a whole lot to do in Copper's
That's
Cove.
just mean. I don't think Duke has got enough. I really don't. And I think this Texas Tech team is special, and they're physical.
They are.
And that's why I think they'll not only beat Duke, but Gonzaga can't play a physical team, Edwin. I'm sorry. That's going to be your undoing. We saw that last year with Baylor. Gonzaga, for whatever reason, just folds when they kind of get hit on. And
Now,
so I like Texas Tech.
For those of you that were watching the Tech game, I was at a party last night. The game was on, but David Lee Garza was playing, and so there was no audio. And I'm watching the end of this game, but no sound. But I'm just watching Texas Tech miss shot after shot after shot, yet they were able to extend their lead because they could make their free throws. I don't know that Texas Tech, if they were playing a better opponent, would still be alive in the tournament. Does that make sense?
Well, no, I understand what you're saying, but I mean, every team goes through that at some point in time. You're just not making shots.
But Texas Tech gonna beat Duke.
Texas
Tech. I'm all over Texas Tech ending Coach K's career.
I am too.
Yes,
and it's going to happen. It will happen.
It will happen.
It's going to happen. This March the 24th.
So to steal the deal from Greeny, the kiss of death bracket, every Texas Tech fan right now is very mad at me and you, Joe Reinagel.
Well, I don't have them winning the whole thing,
No,
so maybe
but
that's good.
They don't want us on their bandwagon for a short drive or a long drive through the rest of this tournament. If you're a Texas Tech fan, I understand right now if you're a little upset that we have now chosen you, because based on our first brackets, if we chose you, you lost.
Exactly. In the first round, you would have lost. I don't even know what I have left in the Final Four. I think I still have 2 teams left.
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
When it comes to the money, you have made glorious donations all across South Texas.
I have. Well, it's not the first time.
No,
but
it
won't be the last.
I'll tell you what, though, this weekend with the games coming to San Antonio, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
In San Antonio, when you look at the schools coming, Arizona, Houston, Michigan, and Villanova. I love the fact that you've got a lot of traditional schools that will travel well. This is going to be a lot of fun. And this weekend, downtown San Antonio, we're going to be at Pinkerton's Barbecue for Yuengling Lager Hoop City. The Blitz is going to be live out there on Thursday. On Friday, Jimenez and Halftime and the Blitz are going to be out there. Then again, we're going to be at Pinkerton's on Saturday for the Saturday morning hangover, Pinkerton's Barbecue. And they've got that park right out in front of Pinkerton's. It's called Legacy Park, right in the shadow of the Frost Tower. It's gorgeous. Park is beautiful. They set up these massive screens that I saw this last year, and I was a little worried, like daytime and an outdoor screen. It's incredible how clear it is. It is fantastic. So you're going to be able to watch the games down there. The barbecue is second to none.
Yeah.
And the beers are going to be there. Plus, every hour we're on the air, we will give away Yuengling Grizzly ice chests and Pinkerton's gift cards. And then, of course, $4 for Yuengling Lager, Light Lager 99, Golden Pilsner, and Yuengling Flight for $4 at Yuengling Lager Hoop City at Pinkerton's Barbecue this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
That's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for that.
I can't wait.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
I've got to plan my eating. And then my wife was like, well, on Thursday, you're going to the games, right? So you're not going to bring Pinkertons home. Nope. Maybe for a midnight snack, because I gotta decide what I'm going to eat.
Right.
Because on Thursday, I'm going to eat something different than on Friday. And I'm kind of a expert on the menu there at Pinkerton's. So I've got to figure out. The brisket is incredible. The baller mac and cheese is fantastic. The pork ribs and speaking of Pinkerton's, his original barbecue sauce and his candy paint for ribs.
Yeah.
Now available at HEB.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I do want to see that Arizona Houston game though.
It's going to be good.
I think that'll be a good one.
I know, because the Thursday at 7, generally we say we stick around.
Right.
Thursday at 7, we're bolting for the AT&T Center.
So the games will. What do they usually do?
I haven't seen the times.
See, I haven't either.
Yeah, well, there's 2 games.
Right. So
I'm guessing if Arizona's in there, Arizona's going to be a late start.
Okay, that makes sense
But
because
I
you've got a couple of East Coast teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edwin, do we have times yet on the games?
I know Arizona's the late game at like 8:30 or something.
But yeah.
So probably 6 and 8:30.
Yeah, give or take.
Well, that might put a damper on our. Well, if Arizona's
Not really.
a late game,
Arizona-Houston's going to be a late game. And by the time we get over there,
maybe I'll just stick around at the park and drink beer and watch basketball with everybody else.
Yeah, we got decisions we've got to make. It's Monday.
Michigan Villanova 6:30. 6:29. Yes.
6:29.
Okay, you see that.
And then Houston, Arizona is 8:59.
8:50. That's 9 o'clock, and that will get pushed because games never start on time.
Always. And I've got to watch Villanova, my national champion pick, second chance pick.
Somebody from Villanova. No, see, we don't say second chance. This is our bracket now. This is the bracket I'm going forward with. What you saw last week. It's kind of like Mel Kiper's mock draft. We're on bracket version 2. This is the money one.
This is it.
This is
the one.
This is the one.
I feel good about it.
I feel good about it. As you should.
I do.
As you should. It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, you need to go see my friends over at Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira Itonado complex. Easy for me to tell you about and recommend Ancira because I am a longtime Ancira customer, and it's because of their great customer service before, during, and most importantly, after the sale. That great customer service is why Ancira has been a top family-run dealership in San Antonio for decades. They're going to get you the vehicle you want with the options and features that you're looking for. They'll give you great value on your trade-in, the best rebates and financing options that are available, and price made Ancira number one. Price keeps Ancira number one. So think Ancira. Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira Itonado complex on I-10 West between Wurzbach and Huebner.
Cowboy fans, how you feeling about Randy Gregory these days? So we'll let you chime in after the Sports Center update. A lot of activity happening in the NFL today. In fact, the Atlanta Falcons, they have agreed to trade longtime quarterback Matt Ryan to the Indianapolis Colts in exchange for a third-round pick. In turn, though, the Falcons have reached an agreement with NFL veteran quarterback Marcus Mariota. That is a 2-year deal. Also reaching a 2-year deal today is Jameis Winston. He is going back to the city of New Orleans. San Antonio Spurs won a thriller last night in Golden State. That's all thanks to a Keldon Johnson rebound and put back at the buzzer. Spurs still 2.5 games out of the play-in tournament. Back in action Wednesday night in Portland. They still have a chance. For San Antonio Sports Star, I'm Joe Reinagle.
With the tournament coming to town, San Antonio Sports Star is heading downtown for Yingling Lager Hoop City at Pinkerton's Barbecue. Starting March 24th, the Blitz, halftime, and Saturday morning hangover will all be live at Pinkerton's Barbecue at Legacy Park, where you can watch the tournament games on the jumbo screen. Chances to win a Yingling Grizzly ice chest every hour during live broadcast, as well as Pinkerton gift cards. Enjoy Yingling Lager, Light Lager 99, Golden Pilsner, and Yingling Fright for $4. Yingling Lager Hoop City at Pinkerton's Barbecue, the 24th through the 26th.
My name is Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for 50 years. I went to school here. I graduated from law school here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after a serious injury or a fatality collision for more than 27 years. If you're in your car right now, chances are you're seeing an attorney billboard, and you'll probably see 3 or more of those on your commute today. How do you decide who to call? Who to trust? I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. I'm experienced. I have a long track record of success, and I run my firm like my father did for over 50 years of practicing law here. I believe that a personal, trusting relationship with my client matters. With my firm, I meet with you. I answer your questions. I handle your case. For many lawyers you see on the billboard, your case will not be handled by the attorney on that billboard. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. If you or your family needs an experienced attorney, an attorney you can trust, an attorney that will personally handle handle all of the issues after a serious injury or fatality, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson, 900-0400, 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com.
We're out of the brand name, but we do have the generic version of that.
Serene's Pharmacy can't keep up with allergy season.
Who's next in line?
They need certified technicians to alleviate the headache.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry for the wait. We'll have your prescription filled soon. I need some help.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Want your biggest possible tax refund this year? Jackson Hewitt and Walmart have an offer you won't want to miss. Your Jackson Hewitt Tax Pro will prepare your federal return for as little as $59 and no more than $179. Taxes done where you shop. Your biggest federal refund guaranteed for no more than $179. Stop by Jackson Hewitt in any participating Walmart store today because this offer won't last. Terms apply.
Research shows that people remember radio ads with a booming voice that emphasizes all the main points. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
That part is super important.
Here's one with a booming voice.
I'm emphasizing everything.
Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance.
Like a page with every word highlighted.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Mother's Window Tint, your car stereo and auto security headquarters, has discounts piled to the ceiling. That's right, every store, Austin and San Antonio, and especially the Bandera Road store in San Antonio, has discounts on everything. Car stereos, car alarms, and especially the window tint you want. Dark, dark, dark window tint. Also, make your car go thump, 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 mother thump with new subwoofers and an amplifier. That's right. We can even hook it up to your existing factory car stereo. Get to Mother's Window Tint today. Check us out online at motherswindowtint.com or give us a like and a follow on Facebook. Tell your friends. Come on in. We've got those discounts stacked to the ceiling at Mother's Window Tint. Remember, do it at Mother's and save.
This is The Blitz with Joe Reinagle and Jason Minix. San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
It is The Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. This Wednesday, we're going to be live out at Texas Cheer Liquor number 2 there on Petranco Road, right across from Walmart. They'll have free samples, great deals. We'll have some prizes, give away a lot of tickets to stuff, including some Valero Texas Open tickets. That's Texas Cheer Liquor number 2, Wednesday there on Petranco Road.
Got a chance to hang out with AD Friday.
Good dude.
Guy is a good dude and a lot of fun, man. We had a good time. As you left, I stuck around and had dinner and a few other things. And
Sure.
yeah, it was fun.
I left
man.
going
It
to
was
the
fun.
coast, but he sent me off with a nice shot of Fireball,
Yeah, he did.
which was good.
Oh, it is candy.
It is. It was nice. Wife was driving. I was looking at Twitter and following games while she was driving down to the beach. It was.
He may
it
or may
was
not have
fantastic.
ordered another round.
I'm gonna guess he did.
I can't confirm or deny.
I'm gonna guess he did. I tell you what. You talk about shots. Keldon made one last night for the Spurs.
He did,
and it was a shot that's kind of like a good tequila shot. You're excited about it, but you're not. You know, your reaction is like a tequila shot. Oh, because while it was thrilling and the Spurs, got the win, have the Spurs crossed over to the point, when they got blown out by 1,000 points the other night by New Orleans, it really got me. And friends of mine that don't believe in tanking, Chip, that were like, dude, how do you lose this game like that? Then they turn around and they go beat Golden State. And I kind of maintain they don't have to tank. They're not good enough. Some nights they look great. Other nights they look like crap. If you ask Steve Kerr, the refs got the win last night.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Because I guess it was a foul called right before Keldon,
Mm-hmm.
and then Keldon wasn't called for a foul on his rebound and putback. So
now the two plays weren't equal.
No.
So Golden State. Now, first off, Draymond got kicked out of the game.
Yeah.
Doing Draymond things.
Sure.
Then Jakob comes up with a rebound, but there was a foul. So, free throw miss, and then you get the putback, and, they still had 0.3. So we know the Spurs history.
Yeah.
You didn't feel like they had that thing won, but Klay Thompson misses the shot at the buzzer, and the Spurs get out of Golden State with a win.
It wasn't 0.4. That was the difference.
That's the difference. 0.3, 0.4, and we're talking about again?
Yeah.
Really?
This whole tanking thing, again, is just ridiculous. And so you can add me to that list of friends that thinks you're nuts. You're getting more like Jimenez every day.
No, see, that's it. I'm not. No, don't. Friends that don't believe in tanking are saying, is the tank on now?
Oh,
the
they
way
are
got,
saying that.
Because
no, it's not.
Well, again, I don't think they're good enough. They don't have to try to lose. They will just lose naturally and not get into the playoffs. I do think there will be a point where they do pull the plug on the season.
And by pulling the plug, what does that mean?
Rest DeJounte, sit Keldon.
We're going to rest him for what? His beach vacation?
Yes.
His trip to Cabo? He's got to rest up for that.
Well, I mean, you just came back from Mexico. You've got to get in the proper training to do it right.
You do. But I mean, how in the world? It just doesn't make any sense, because here's what Spurs fans should be excited about. Instead of whining about this guy or that guy, look at the potential that this team has. Yes, sometimes they look like crap, like they did against New Orleans.
Yes.
But then they beat a really good Golden State team last night on the road.
Exactly.
So the potential of this team is good. So I will reiterate the fact that you play hard basketball all the way through. If you make it, you make it. If you don't, you don't. But you play your butt off, and there's no tanking or cashing in or pulling the plug on any season.
The Lakers are in the 10th spot right now.
I love that. And the way they're free falling.
2.5 behind the Spurs, or ahead of the Spurs.
Uh-huh. Spurs have already passed up Portland, so tomorrow night's game's a big one.
Well, that's it. They're a game in front of Portland.
Yeah.
Sacramento, Oak City, Houston.
Wednesday night.
Houston's been eliminated since Christmas. But you look at this team, and again, I'm not a tank believer, but you get it when you're not supposed to win, cancels out the loss. You weren't supposed to lose. Right?
No. Well,
how do you explain the New Orleans game?
Well, I can't. I honestly cannot, other than, it's a young team that is very inconsistent. And I just know the potential of this team, the talent that they have. And you use every game you use to get these guys better, and you play them hard. Now, and I can even understand the comment, well, why did DeJounte sit out this game or that game or whatever the case may be? You got to play these guys. They need the experience. They're not good enough to take games off because you want to tank the season when there's a no guarantee you're getting a top pick.
Well, that's it. And even if you do, there's no guarantee that guy's going to be the stud. Spurs have a history of doing well with it. But this week alone, they've got Portland on Wednesday, at New Orleans on Saturday, at Houston on Monday. Then they've got Memphis, Portland, Denver, Minnesota, Golden State, and Dallas.
Well, just the next 3 games are big.
The next 3 games are big.
And winnable games.
Very winnable. If they don't at least go 2-1, the tank people are going to be chirping, right?
Well,
because then you've got the Memphis game. Just put that as a loss.
Yeah.
Then you got those 2 games with Portland. Then you're really going to have an idea of your opportunity heading into Fiesta Week. So the question really becomes, Sunday, April 3rd is that second game against Portland. They got them on a Friday and then a Sunday, at both games at the AT&T Center. When does Fiesta start? Right around then? Because I know we're going to be at Taste of the North Side on Thursday, April 7th.
So, yeah, right then. I think that's the first part of it.
Tuesday, April 5th, at Denver, at Minnesota, at Golden State, at Dallas. Those 4 games close out the season. That coincides with Fiesta. So the real question is, when Fiesta hits, are we going to give a damn, or are they done? And we're going to know that based on the games that they've got coming up against teams that they are bunched up in the standings with.
All right, let's flip this around.
Okay.
Lakers are in a free fall.
Okay.
The Spurs just might get in by happenstance because the Lakers are dropping like a rock. Check out the Lakers' schedule.
All right.
Tonight they play the Cavaliers. They got the 76ers after that. Then they travel to New Orleans, travel to Dallas, travel to Utah. And then they've got the Pelicans in L.A. Tough schedule right there.
Yeah. Although I think the Spurs schedule sounds a little bit tougher.
You got to be kidding me.
We got Memphis. You said New Orleans twice.
I said New Orleans twice, but I also said the Mavericks and the 76ers and the Cavaliers, who are not your grandpa's Cavaliers, buddy.
We've got Denver. Tough games that the Spurs have left. You got Memphis. You've got Denver. You've got Minnesota, Golden State, and Dallas. So you got 5 games that you are probably going to be underdogs in.
Well, Golden State's a cakewalk. They proved that last night. I mean, that's easy.
Here we go.
That's a.
I mean, all you got to. Well, but I mean, there's a chance though. By the time you get to Minnesota, Golden State, and Dallas, they might be resting folks for the postseason.
It's conceivable the Lakers lose all of those games.
Sure.
The next 6. I mean, sincerely, the Jazz, Mavericks, Pelicans are playing well. Cavaliers, 76ers. The Lakers just might drop right by the Spurs. The Spurs get in without even thinking about it.
Again, they could trip their way in there, which is why I say you still got to try to win every game. You still have that opportunity.
That's right.
But there are some games that just kind of goes back to what I've been saying. They might not be good enough because every night they're inconsistent and you don't know what you're going to get out of that group.
That Pelicans game was very disappointing. I will give you that. That was extremely disappointing. To come out and have no fire for that game in such a big game.
Honestly, I didn't watch any of it. Driving down to the coast on Friday night, my phone's blowing up late, and I'm like, dude, I'm in Port A. Didn't listen to the game, didn't watch the game. I was keeping up with basketball. Didn't matter. Got down to Port A, saw the score, started drinking, woke up on Saturday morning. My wife had breakfast that she started cooking for the whole group with kielbasa bacon and those great kielbasa maple breakfast links. Got the eggs going and just a great weekend at breakfast, which is what you can do with kielbasa. Now, those maple breakfast links, if you haven't tried them yet, man, you are missing out. These breakfast links are a little sweet, a little savory, totally delicious. Great for a nice weekend breakfast spread, whether you're at the house or you're down at the coast and you're cooking for a bunch of people. But they come fully cooked. So on a busy weekday morning, all you got to do is heat them up, and you've got a tasty breakfast. Now, I should do them in a pan, but I'm me. 45 seconds in the microwave, and they are fantastic. If you're on a keto diet, these breakfast links are perfect. Make sure you get yourself some kielbasa maple breakfast links at select H-E-B stores.
Which team is king of the conference? We're about to find out as 68 teams will battle it out to get to New Orleans. It's conference tournament time, and the NCAA tournament hangs in the balance. Don't miss a minute. San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
San Antonio's home for all things sports and games. Slackers Medical Center location now brings you all the UFC and big game coverage all the time. Never a cover charge with table reservations available. Slackers Medical Center at 7959 Fredericksburg Road. Catch all your favorite sports and UFC programming all the time on 6 10-foot projection screens and over 20 HD TVs. We are San Antonio's home for all things sports and games. Slackers Sports and Arcade Bar. Find us on Instagram and Facebook at Slackers Bar SA.
I'm Serena Williams. You watch me live on TV.
And I'm that voice from movies you watch on demand. DirecTV Stream brought us together to save the world.
Maybe not save the world, but DirecTV Stream does bring your live and on-demand favorites together.
Your favorites together.
I just said that.
She just said that.
Introducing DirecTV Stream, the best of live TV and on demand with no annual contract. Get your TV together at DirecTV.com.
Requires high-speed internet and compatible device. Content varies by package and location. Restrictions apply.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor.
Shaw stands for skilled hands at work.
And he lives up to the name as he uses his versatile tractor to make
the earth take the shape that I wanted to take.
And the Allens fire up their John Deere 3032E compact tractor to
grow about 9 acres of flowers.
Because the beauty of having land is deciding how to make it yours. There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Get the last water softener you'll ever own and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656 Pure Kinetico.
Visit KineticoSA.com.
Did you know that every diamond at Diamonds Direct is over 1 billion years old? They were created by intense pressure and heat over 100 miles inside the Earth, only coming to the surface by way of a volcano. Then each one meticulously extracted by miners, then cut and polished by true craftsmen. See why we get excited about diamonds at Diamonds Direct? These are rare and precious stones, symbolizing love for generations. If you're getting engaged, come let our passion be your guide. At Diamonds Direct, we'll tell you everything there is to know about diamonds. We'll show you dozens and dozens in your price range. We'll share industry secrets that can help you maximize your budget, and we'll guarantee you the best price anywhere in America. See, we're obsessed with diamonds. We're fascinated by them because, like snowflakes, no two diamonds are the same. Each one has its own unique characteristics, and we're devoted to helping you choose the one, the special one, that speaks only to you. Diamonds Direct. At the shops at La Cantera, across the lot from Nordstrom.
Our shoes have more miles on them than your car does. This is San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
It's Rob Thompson. Join Rudy J and I tomorrow morning from 7 till 10 on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 103.3 FM.
It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix on Twitter at Joe Reinagel210. You can tweet at me at Jason Minix, or you can always dial up the Kia Bossa Bacon phone lines at 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. You know, we were talking about the Spurs in the last segment. And I always hate doing it is what it is, and I don't want to bring the room down, but a guy named Mike DeLeon passed away today.
Yeah, God.
And if you're a Spurs fan and you've been reading Spurs blogs for any length of time, you've read Mike DeLeon. You know, with Project Spurs and the different Spurs blogs. The interesting thing is, you know, I've met him a handful of times, had conversations with him down at games and stuff like that. But most of the time, everything is online with you know, bloggers. And I think about our friend RJ Ochoa from bloggingtheboys.com. He's got great relationships with people all over the world that he's never met. It's, you know, unlike, you know, we have relationships with a lot of listeners, but you meet them when they come to our events. Like Wednesday, we're going to be at Texas Cheer. Thursday, we're going to be down at Pinkerton's Barbecue. So somebody will say something and, oh, I called in or I tweeted and you know, you shake their hand, you make that human connection.
Sure.
But in the blog world, that's not always the case. I just saw Tom Petrini write, you know, how he got to start with Project Spurs, yet he'd only met Mike in person twice. Their whole relationship was online.
Yeah, it's incredible how that works. And Petrini, that guy knows more about the Spurs than anybody I know. I mean, he studies this team, so he's very good. But and that's what all these guys do. I mean, that's what they do. That's their business and that's their life. And so yeah, sad news today, certainly. And I didn't know him that well, but had met him, and it's just sad because he seemed like a really good dude.
A good dude, helped a lot of people. And, you know, people ask me a lot, I assume you, young in the business, how do I get started?
Oh, yeah.
And the way I got started in radio, the way Reinagle got started, those paths are completely different now.
Yeah.
And a lot of people get starts now writing for different blogs. I look at my daughter is working for a blog company right now, and that's your foot in the door. And if you work hard and kick ass, things can happen for you. But, for Spurs coverage, a lot of you that have read Mike,
sad day today.
He passed today.
Sad day. So our condolences to him, to his family for sure, and everybody with the Spurs too that knew him well. I know Jordan Hauenstein tweeted out it was a sad day today.
Absolutely. You always hate to read that. We were scheduled to talk with Bill Taylor at this time.
He's doing a little TV up there,
but he's currently on our television, and the weather must be so bad they wheeled out a desk and a computer for him right there on the screen. And I'm looking at Bill adjust things on the screen, and I realize this is what you guys that watch us on YouTube Live or on Facebook Live, when we're not really paying attention to the screen, and you see us looking at stuff on Twitter or doing whatever. That's kind of how I feel like I'm over here, Bill. I'm over here. And I've known Bill for so long. I've never noticed him have to wear the glasses on and off the way he's doing, which is a Reinagle trait.
Oh yeah. He's, we're about the same age. So, so that's what happens. The eyes go away, but I know what he's doing here just because this is over by the weather wall. They put a computer up and so he can adjust on the fly. But the reason he's doing this is there's a tornado warning that is affecting Caldwell and Gonzales counties right now. And anytime he says that's the difference when he'll go live or not, when it goes from a watch to a warning. So
warning is worse than a watch.
Yes.
Every time I got to look up the difference. I never know which one, the warning or the watch.
Warning is the worst.
Warning is the worst.
That means that it's most likely going to happen, or there's a really good chance
or it has
of it.
happened.
Yeah.
Right. But what we're seeing right now on the weather, and Fat Kid 1323 tweets in at Jason Minix at Joe Reinagle. Here's the weather I'm at right now. Hopefully it stays this until I get back. And the weather looks fantastic. Now, it's a great tweet, except I have no idea where you are in that photo. I mean, you could be in, I don't know, Alice, Texas, trying to get into Dairy Burger. But
boy, the weather's nice wherever he is.
Wherever he's at, it looks spectacular. And we keep hearing that, there's some major hail coming to the area, which is why we were going to have Bill Taylor on. The mayor, Ron Nirenberg, tweeted out or quote tweeted a tweet from the National Weather Service that had some graphics. And, it's just, I don't spend a lot of time on weather.
No.
Never do, except for times like this.
Sure.
Because, a tornado's bad, hail, bad, right? So
yes,
a lot of people are very concerned about that. It's like people say when we started this radio show 14 years ago, you guys want traffic and weather everywhere? No.
No.
I can tell you where traffic is bad right now. I can tell you it is 5:51. Traffic sucks at 281 and 1604 going into Stono.
It does.
Traffic is awful over in Alamo Ranch area. If you are on 1604 near Blanco, you aren't moving very fast. If you go over to I-10 near Callahan, we know where the traffic is bad on a regular basis. So we don't need traffic and weather.
No, we don't need that. So I'm glad we don't do that. But I think you're right. It is important when there's stuff like this happening. It looks like most of that stuff is away from the city of San Antonio and happening east of us.
Well, they know because Paul Morales was on the square in New Braunfels. Now he is in his car and he has found rain. Paul Morales has found rain somewhere in the city. Our TV's on mute, so I have no idea where he's at, but he's driving in the car in the passenger seat. Somebody else is driving and giving us a weather update. But what I'm worried about is whoever's in this Ken's 5 vehicle is cruising up the left side, the left lane on I-35. They're passing everybody. I mean, literally, they are passing everybody. I feel like I'm doing play-by-play at the Texas Motor Speedway, but literally, they just passed another news truck. Yeah, let's get ahead. We got to beat them to the story.
Beat them to the story.
What I do appreciate is these 18-wheelers that are going very slow in the right-hand lane. And they haven't put up any kind of graphic that says where they're at or past a street sign that I was able to read to give an idea of where on I-35 he was heading. But they are finding rain. He left New Braunfels and is on his way clearly to San Marcos or something.
Well, it must be, but according to this, it looks like he needs to go east. because if you look, we're just watching the map here on the TV, and New Braunfels looks clear. San Marcos looks clear. Everything is over toward Luling, and it says Sea Willow, I guess. I'm not sure exactly where that is.
I've never heard of Sea Willow.
I've never heard of that either.
Where is Sea Willow?
But Luling,
or String Prairie.
Yeah, Luling
Things
looks
on a
bad.
map that we've never seen before. All right, well, maybe he left I-35 and went over, cut
down 10,
46 and was on 10.
Could be.
Because wherever he is, he found rain. And what we're seeing from our Twitter feed is people are tweeting us pictures of sunshine. Edwin, when you go look out the window and say what we got here, we're in a room with no windows. You could go a little fast, man. It's emergency, Edwin.
No, he's going.
Edwin's at his own pace.
You know, that's what I love that about Edwin. He's doing a great job. So anyway, it's not around here, and which I'm not saying that's. I feel bad for the people where it is, but
I'm worried about my car in the parking lot. Let's be honest.
It's still sunshine.
Still sunshine?
Sunshine.
It's sunshine.
Well, maybe Fat Kid was in our parking lot.
That ain't our parking lot.
No. And when I say Fat Kid, it's PHAT, not FAT.
Oh, Chris came out and said hi to us last week out at Twin Peaks. I think you could say fat either way. He does spell his Twitter PHAT. Though.
Yeah.
I mean, that is very, very true. I tell you what, it's always alarming when you've got hail in the forecast.
No question.
And you know, from your cars to your roof and any kind of tornado, any kind of severe weather, we will kind of break and give you what we can on what's going on with the weather. We'll get into the NFL, we'll get into the brackets coming up in the 6 o'clock hour, if I don't imagine we're going to talk to Bill Taylor, man.
I doubt it.
He's having a Super Bowl-like moment right now. This is his time to shine. If you're working at TV, they'd say, Joe, don't come in, man. It's all weather.
Well, you know what he's got right now. Super Bowl type thing.
He's got that. But
yeah. That's an old TV joke with weather guys. So
that's it. Go wall to wall. But I tell you what
was that guy's name? The puppet, and that Tom Hanks was the voice of. You remember the name?
The puppet. Tom Hanks was the voice of. The hell are you talking about?
I think his name was Woody.
Woody. You're saying Bill Taylor's got a Tom Hanks puppet?
He's got up with weather.
He's got a weather Woody? Is that what you're saying?
That's what you said.
I think
I didn't say that.
He's excited.
Wasn't it Tom Hanks that did the voice of Woody?
Sure. His barometer has been rising.
It's rising,
It's
baby.
his time. No blue pill needed for Bill Taylor today. He's up for the forecast.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he won't be able to go home to do anything with it. So we've got an audience in here and just smirks. Yeah.
Edwin doesn't get old man jokes.
No, it's not Edwin.
Oh, who else is in there?
Oh, my goodness. I think the whole radio station is in the door here.
Well, they were all waiting to hear what Bill Taylor was going to say. It's Ernie.
Ernie.
Of course,
Yeah,
it's
of
Ernie.
course.
Of course.
Yeah.
You're talking Woody's. Ernie's right there. He's a Disney guy.
Okay.
That Ernie.
I'm pretty sure that was Tom Hanks. I can't remember the name of that movie.
Dude, I have set you up to lead perfectly into a Stevens Roofing commercial about 8 times with hail.
Well, dude,
if hail is coming, you better have this number on speed dial just in case.
I can handle that. I just had to, throw in what I know about behind the scenes.
Yes.
Transparency. Is that what you always talk about?
Uh-huh.
All right. Hey, speaking of transparency, that's what they give you at Stevens Roofing. I'm going to tell you. And we joke, but it is serious times. And if there is hail predicted, that can really cause some damage to your house. And even if you get by tonight without any hail, you ought to get that roof checked out. And the people to call is Stevens Roofing, 210-785-0994. They're going to take care of you because they're proud to serve all the great people of South Texas. They're family owned. They're a local company. You got to watch out, especially with a hailstorm. These fly-by-night roofing companies that come to town, take your money, and then bail. That's not Stevens Roofing. They are family-owned. They're local. In fact, they're licensed by the city of San Antonio, and they can do it all. Commercial, residential, metal composition doesn't make any difference. Free estimates are going to give you so you'll know about what the job is going to cost before they get started. They'll finance it for you if you need that. And the best part about it is if you have to file an insurance claim, let Stevens Roofing work with your insurance company. They'll take care of that. They'll do the work. They'll guarantee that work in writing, and then they will stand behind their work. Again, here's the number to remember, 210-785-0994 or stevensroofing.net. And remember, Stevens Roofing is your local roofer.
The NBA is headed towards the playoffs.
Straight away, the three ball is up and down.
The court battle for basketball's highest prize.
Step back for three. Bang, got it.
Who's got a legit shot at an NBA championship?
Hammers a right-hand dunk.
Will the trades made at the deadline pay off in a title? Follow all the latest news, opinions, analysis, and rim wreck in action on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
Injuries happen, so if you twist, pull, pop, or snap something, you need Dr. David Espinosa at TSAOG Orthopedics. Dr. Espinosa treats all non-surgical orthopedic injuries and has same-day and next-day availability. Telemedicine services are also available. There is no reason to be in pain. If you are hurting, visit Dr. David Espinosa at TSAOG Orthopedics. Learn more at TSAOG.com. That's TSAOG.com, or schedule your appointment by calling 210-804-5490.
Hi, it's Rudy J. I'm here with my lawyer, Jason Thompson, owner of the Thompson Law Firm. Jason, as I'm riding around the city, I notice your nice billboards. They look good, but
I have a couple out there trying to keep up with the competition, I guess.
They look good. Now, I get in a car accident. Am I going to be talking to you? I don't want to talk to some guy that works for you. I want to talk to the guy that's on the billboard.
No, I know. And you know that you talk to me, but and you have, you and I have been friends for a long time, and I've represented you for a long time. But that relationship that you and I have is the relationship I have with a lot of my clients. And I think you're recognizing something that I don't know if everybody knows, that the face on the billboard for that firm might not be the lawyer that you actually get to talk to. Right. That's not true with me, as you know.
Right.
If you call 900-0400, my office number, and you have a question about your case, you're going to talk to me. I'm the lawyer on the billboard, but I'm the lawyer that will handle your case.
Call 210-900-0400, 210-900-0400, or alawyerforus.com.
Thank you, Rudy.
Mother's Window Tint, your car stereo, and auto security headquarters has discounts piled to the ceiling. That's right, every store, Austin and San Antonio, and especially the Bandera Road store in San Antonio has discounts on everything. Car stereos, car alarms, and especially the window tint you want. Dark, dark, dark window tint. Also, make your car go thump, 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 mother thump with new subwoofers and an amplifier. That's right. We can even hook it up to your existing factory car stereo. Get to Mother's Window Tint today. Check us out online at motherswindowtint.com or give us a like and a follow on Facebook. Tell your friends. Come on in. We've got those discounts stacked to the ceiling at Mother's Window Tint. Remember, do it at Mother's and save.
Live, local, loud. KZDC, San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN, AM 1250 and 103.3 FM. Joe Reinagle, Jason Minix, The Blitz.
It is The Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. San Antonio, weather-wise, we're doing okay right now, but some other areas close by, you might want to check on your people. National Weather Service of San Antonio and Austin tweets out, confirmed tornado on the ground east of Luling, moving north-northeast. A confirmed tornado on the ground near Gerald. Alex Stockwell, who is a morning news anchor for Spectrum, tweets out a tornado touchdown in the Round Rock area.
The Round Rock area.
And I'm not sure what Round Rock area means, but the chief meteorologist, Burton Fitzsimmons, for Spectrum News is tweeting that info out.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And at least right now, from what we're seeing on TV, is that most of this stuff is east of the city of San Antonio, and then obviously a little north as well. And I'm seeing here on Twitter that Dallas area is also getting hammered right now. So if you got folks there, you might want to check on them. And be prepared. It's hard to tell what's happening and where it's moving to, but obviously be prepared for that, because I think we're under a tornado watch or a hail watch or something.
Well, we're under all of that in
10 o'clock.
San Antonio. Although the weather outside is spectacular. Not that I don't trust Edwin Hafner, but I went and looked out the window during the commercial break, and nothing but clear blue skies here on Eisenhower Road near 35. Fat Kid 1323, who tweeted earlier photos but didn't say where he is, tweets he's south side off the 35 near Highway 16, close to where Texas Cheer Liquor number 4 is at.
Nice.
Bateo Franklin says sunny right now at 281 and 1604.
Well, that's good. It sounds like San Antonio is okay right now, and hopefully it will stay that way for us. But our neighbors out to the east and north are not faring as well as we are right now.
No, and again, it can still get to us from what I understand from all the forecasting. And I've got to believe that Bill Taylor is, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, because the radar is saying something completely different. But earlier today, San Antonio was a part of that. And
it was,
and poor Joe Reinagel has some furniture in his garage. He's got to park outside.
Well, so hopefully things will stay just the same as they are right now, and nothing. It's weird, I always am fascinated kind of with what these guys are and what causes this kind of stuff. But it all looks like it's coming out of the south and moving north. And so I don't know. I don't know what causes that kind of stuff.
And I always find it interesting when, they blow up the map and there's things on the map you've never heard of.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
Are those neighborhoods, maybe subdivisions, but they're little towns that clearly don't have football teams with mascots. Because otherwise we would know about them.
We would know about them for sure.
We would know about them.
Absolutely. So anyway, be careful if you're out and about, or if you're somewhere else, or you're headed somewhere else, you might want to rethink that.
And if you are listening and weather starts to change where you are, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have extra garage space, let Reinagel know.
Yes, please.
Because
I want to park my car in there.
So why is it your car that gets left on the street and not your wife's car?
I'm a hell of a guy.
No, seriously.
I'm a hell of a guy. That's just, I'm a hell of a guy.
Yeah,
So we'll see what happens. There may be a dining room set out in the driveway tonight.
Anybody is it for sale?
It is.
Will it be for sale? Or it is for sale?
It is for sale.
Is it? And nobody has bought it yet?
Nobody's bought it yet.
Anybody in need of a dining room set?
Well, it depends.
For a small fee. It ain't free.
It ain't free.
But can you pick it up by about $750 tonight so Joe can get into the garage?
Now we'll see what happens with that thing. Nice day. We just kind of cleared out the old lives and started a new one.
Well, that's
what I mean?
And that's it's understandable and it's real. You guys had previous lives. You came together in a new house, so all the mixed furniture is getting separated out, and the Reinagels, Maggie and Joe are getting all new furniture.
Just that we,
that's yours.
Did right?
Yeah, it's yours, right? So there was a table.
Yes.
That needs to go bye-bye.
Yes.
So you've got a new table.
Yes.
And you haven't gotten rid of the old table.
No.
Now, is she selling this on like Marketplace?
I think she has it on one of those things. Yeah. Marketplace. The asking price might be a little, I don't know.
Well, she's proud of it.
Well, sure.
But
it's quality stuff.
But if you can get into the garage tonight, you might go a little less if they can pick it up by 8.
If they can pick it up by 8, yeah, we'll make that happen. Depends on how much less.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, if you need a dining room table, Joe needs to get rid of one before the hail comes.
I do. Tweet at me.
Yeah. Are your DMs open?
Sure.
Do you even know what that means?
I have no direct message, right?
But some people have their DMs always open, and some people
messages. I've got mine. Yeah.
You have to be following each other in order to send a direct message.
Oh, you do?
You do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're not friends, or somebody's not following you, or you're not following them,
right?
They don't get the little envelope.
But if if they're following me and I'm not following, is that okay? I mean, I don't refollow everybody that did. Do you?
No.
Yeah.
No, but my DMs are set up to open, so if somebody wants to send me a direct message, they can.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, I get direct messages, so.
Yeah, so if you're in need of a dining room table, and you are.
You're not requiring a commission for this, are you?
No.
Okay.
At Joe Reinagel 210. I don't want to hear the bitching for months if your car gets pelted tonight because of hail. See, Maggie won't hear it, but I will. So this is for me.
No, you will.
I will.
You'll hear about it.
I will. I will hear about the process when it's in the shop, what you're dealing with in the shop, all because the dining room table, because you're a hell of a guy and decided, yeah, I'll park outside for a couple of days.
I am a hell of a guy. We all know that, and I don't think there's any question about that.
But you also need to get rid of the table.
Have you ever seen, though, and I was thinking about this, those people that put like blankets?
Mm-hmm.
Does that work? I guess it depends on how big the hailstone is.
There were those things. I remember getting a bunch of ads last time.
Yeah.
Where you can like put this inflatable bouncy house looking thing and it will like shield your car.
Really?
Yeah. But you know, when you think of that, when you're about to get a hailstorm, and unless Amazon can get that to me in about an hour, I'm not spending the money for that.
Well, then this should be a lesson to you then. So tomorrow, when we're in the clear, you should order that. Have it ready to go.
Well, see, I don't put stuff in my garage that's going to keep my car from going in the garage.
I got you. Well, yours is all organized with garageization.
It is.
Yeah.
I've got a very organized garage.
That's good.
Always have. I'm getting both cars in there.
Well, I normally we both cars in there, but
like
that's a
here
dining room
in
table
the parking
in there.
lot, but I'm not going to bring a bunch of blankets and pillows and duct tape them to my car in the parking lot for the fear of the tornado that too, but hail.
Well, if the tornado hits, I mean, it doesn't matter what you have on that. That could be bad.
Yeah. Mateo Franklin says the Blitz should be live for the for sale dining room table.
That's an idea. We got a free day tomorrow.
Somebody
do the show in my driveway.
Sure, we can. You want to? You need a better grill if we're doing it from your driveway.
I don't know. My Walmart special, baby.
Anybody hit you up yet to buy that dining room table?
No. Mateo Franklin, though, has got a lot of plans. He says he has a 2-car garage and a carport. Yeah, that's pretty smart.
I don't know where he lives, where an HOA will allow a 2-car garage and a carport.
Well, it sounds like that carport is vacant. Maybe I just pull right under there.
You know, there's a lady that works here that lives about a block away from me that has, it's really a 3-car garage, although it looks like 2, but that where you can get 3 cars in if you pull one in and then you back, you can put 2 on one side and one on the other.
Okay.
She only has 1 car.
That's it?
And batting cages on the other for her kid.
Really?
You should call her.
Maybe I will.
And borrow her garage.
That'd be good.
You could do that.
She might, I think I know what you're talking about. She might charge me.
Oh, she would. You're going to pay for it one way or another.
It's rent.
You will pay for it one way or another. But it would protect your car. It would be cheaper than hail damage.
Yes, it would. Well, I'm going to continue to watch the forecast here and see what the projection is. I may not even have to worry about it. I mean, it looks like it's all going east and north. So
it might, yeah, but you know how it is.
I do. Right now, it's beautiful, though.
Somebody take that.
See that? Boteo?
Petranco in 1604.
Yeah. So, see, that carport must be empty.
And outside of an HOA. Because an HOA, they're such a pain in the ass. They all suck.
Yes.
They all suck. Suck. I'm not a fan of HOAs.
I'm not either. You know, the idea behind it was good, but then they got power hungry. And they can rule over you.
And if they don't like what you want to do to your house, they can make your life hell.
They can.
And that's not fair. That's not what they were designed to do.
Well, they used to have a lot more power than they do now.
Yeah, but they still have too much power.
Look,
yeah. Rick says, send Joe to come see me at Barbecue Outfitters. I'll sell him a real grill. That he will.
Do you have the no Walmart specials?
No.
They
have good stuff there.
I bet they do. I'd like to.
Great stuff there.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna
Barbecue Outfitters.
Yeah.
That's like right across the street from me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
I need to go over there.
You do.
Okay.
Get your Traeger.
I do.
And Rick there, he
now, question, and a serious question.
Okay.
Because I've been looking.
Mm-hmm.
I've been researching and looking at what makes the Traeger better than everything else.
It's a great question. A lot of its name and history.
Yeah.
Right. There are other pellet grills, but the Wi-Fi technology that comes with it. And there are, I'm trying to think of some of the other, like Rectech, I believe.
Yeah.
Really nice high end.
That's good. But I've seen some like Z grills and I'd like to talk to the folks at Barbecue Outfitters. Maybe they could tell me.
Honestly, and they sell them all over there.
Yeah.
But the 3 or 4 things that go into purchasing any of them is budget, and then service. And then if you're having any kind of issue, what's the service like? And there are a lot of people that just don't like Traeger for whatever reason. And I've not had any issues with my Traeger, but you go on that Facebook page and this was going on or that was going on, they sent me a replacement part. It was easy.
Yeah.
Green Mountain is another very popular one.
Green Mountain. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
Mountain
I definitely want the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
That's necessary.
Yes.
And then what's the other temperature control thing?
The temperature control thing?
Yeah.
Like a thermometer?
No, and maybe it is just that thermometer. They all have those, right?
Well, no.
Well, I got to have that.
But because I've got a meter wireless thermometer, so I'll have the one that comes with the Traeger plugged in, so that's on my Traeger app. But then I'll also have the meter, depending on what I'm cooking, if it's a brisket or beef ribs or something like that. Just so I've got 2 different thermometers in there to make sure that I'm getting a good, accurate reading.
So you've got them on either end of the brisket.
Yeah, and then I'll always check it with my Thermopan.
Okay.
Lots to it.
Yes, there is. But no, it's happening, and I'm doing a lot of research. I just want to make sure that I get a good one. So Green Mountain, see, that's one I hadn't heard of.
Green Mountain's a good one.
It is. Okay.
But I always look at the warranty and the service, and then see what's there. Size, budget, but budget's the
sure.
I mean, for everything, it's just like somebody right now really needs a dining room table, but they need to know what the budget is for that table. So tweet at Joe Reinagle 210 and get that damn dining room table out of his garage.
So I can put a grill in there.
No, your grill goes on your. You can put the grill in your garage, but you would be the guy that would, have your garage door closed and fire up a grill.
Never. I'm not that stupid. Dude, I used to be, I was pretty good at it. Charcoal, though. I was a charcoal guy.
Mm-hmm.
Always was. But now, with the technology, you might as well get the technology.
Exactly.
Then I could, I don't know, what time is it? 6:15? About, 30 minutes from now, I can just fire that baby up. It's ready when I get home.
See, and this is when you become a pellet smoker, you're going to get guys like Rob Spencer says, isn't it sacrilegious in Texas to cook brisket with a non-wood method? No, it's not. As a guy that, I had a friend of mine yesterday say, hey, his wife is having a baby. So whatever the guy's version is of, the baby shower is going on, all the guys are going to get together, drink beer.
Right.
Like, can you do a brisket for me? I'll bring you the brisket. So he's going to come over. I don't know what Friday we're doing this, but yeah, because, it's all about the temperature control and the ease, the meat, the quality of it. And I can tell you, Graham Pinkerton in his house has a pellet smoker.
I'm sure he does. I would assume he's got
everything
right
there, but
because he's serious about it.
You look at a guy like Matt Pittman, who that guy can cook on anything and everything. Does a lot of stuff with Traeger. He's got the wood, the briquettes. He's got them all, but does a lot on Traeger. It's all about the quality of the meat and how your time and how you want to spend it while you're doing the grilling. There are people out there that hate the pellet smoker types. We're not real. I don't give a damn as long as the food is good.
No, I mean it's cheating. Okay, it is. It is. But I'm to the point now where I'm good with that. I used to be a charcoal guy before the pellet grills because I didn't like the way gas grills. I just something about them. I don't like them.
Yeah.
So
You want lighter fluid flavor.
I don't. Or that, yeah, of course. But I don't know what it is about those. And I know a lot of people can cook great stuff on those things, and God bless you. That's great. But now, do you see Rick?
Pellets are real wood, just tiny sticks. Very true.
That is true. So, but now I want a pellet grill, and my son-in-law has one. He loves it. He's cooking all kinds of stuff on there. So that's what I want. And so that will be happening. But I've just been doing a lot of research to see what's, what I like and the size and all that stuff. I don't need a big grill. It doesn't have to be big. There's just two of us. I want something, though, that I can have people over and I can cook, or I can put a brisket on there.
I've got the Ironwood 885,
right?
The Traeger.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the perfect size. Probably bigger than what I need most of the time.
Probably.
But when you do, if you're having any kind of anybody else over, you're doing one steak, it's probably too big for that. But if you're doing 4 or 5, you want the Ironwood. You want that size of it. It's like the Timberline. I was looking at that. To me, that's just too big.
Yes.
And it has a third rack in there that's so high up. I mean, it can only be for vegetables.
What I'm going to do. But I was even looking at the one that's under yours. Okay. It's a little smaller.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So these are things I need to look at. But
just get the Ironwood and be done with it.
Oh, I might.
Just do it.
I might.
I mean, you would have already done it if I didn't have the Ironwood. You just don't want to seem like you're getting the exact same thing I did.
That's
but
true.
But then when you call me for help, I'll know exactly what to tell you with the Ironwood because that's what I got.
Well,
and it's the most popular one out there because of the mid-size range. It's not too small, but it's not too big.
Well, it may be the Ironwood then.
That's what you're going to get.
Okay.
And it's got wood in it, so it's got the name Wood.
Hey, Woody.
It's got everything Ryan Eagle needs. Tiny sticks and wood.
Wow. Do you remember that movie Mannequin? Are you that old?
Mannequin?
Mannequin. Kim Cattrall is the only one I can remember that was in that thing. She was gorgeous. This was back in the 80s.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Why don't you review it some Wednesday with Michael Jimenez?
Well, I might. Maybe that's the one
story.
Maybe that's the one that he needs. No, but there was a guy in there. That's this character that's always hitting on these women. He used to say, "Hey, Woody." I don't know why that came to mind,
dude.
Sorry. I'll tell you the whole story later.
Please don't. You can barely get through that one.
Funny movie, though. Yeah, Jimenez should review that one. I wonder if he's seen that yet.
He probably hasn't.
Mannequin.
Yes.
It's a good one.
That's what he's going to do. Let's do, speaking of wood. Woods. Let's give away some Valero Texas Open tickets.
Let's do that. Because that's where we spend most of the time on a golf course, the woods.
Yeah. Or the drink.
That's exactly.
Or on the beach.
We're happy about
Rarely in the fairway. We got a pair of tickets to give away to the second round, the Friday Valero Texas Open. If you want to go, we've got tickets to Friday's second round. It is March 31st out at TPC San Antonio. And I'll tell you what, the Valero Texas Open field, they keep adding to their field, as you would expect. But Zach Johnson committed today, and so did Hendrik Stenson. So you got both captains of the Ryder Cup now committed to the Valero Texas Open, and just more and more coming. And, of course, if you want to go to the Friday second round.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a pair of tickets to give away right now to caller number
8.
Caller
number 8.
656 ESPN 656-3776 on the Kia Bossa Bacon phone lines. Caller number 8. Those tickets are yours.
8 sounds pretty good about now.
Like a nice cold 8.
Nice cold 8.
Dude, you're punch drunk already.
I know, man.
Dude, Ryan Eagle, what time did you wake up this morning?
I think the alarm went off at 3:45
for a 6 a.m. flight out of Mexico.
Yes.
And poor guy said he didn't get much sleep on the airplane.
Yeah, but you sleep pretty early though. I mean, we were in bed by 10:30
last night.
Yeah,
passed out.
No, I wasn't hammered last night.
You sure?
No, not last night.
All right.
I'd tell you. I'd tell you.
All right.
But no, it's not that bad. Although I'll sleep well tonight.
Caller 8. Those Valero Texas Open tickets are yours in honor of Troy Aikman's 8 beer, a nice cold one. If you're looking for an 8 beer, I know you can get it over there at the Rue Pub there at 281 in Redland Road. You can get the 8 in a can. You can get it in draft. They got it both there at the Rue Pub and next door at the Angry Elephant. If you're looking for a place to go watch games, no better place than the Rue Pub there because of those 3 massive 170-inch screens, TVs all around. Obviously, you're going to be thirsty, but you might as well show up to the Rue Pub hungry because the food at the Rue Pub is fantastic, all made from scratch. You want a burger? They got about 15 different burgers on the menu. Their chicken sandwich is fantastic. The quesadillas, the wings are the biggest and best in town. The appetizers are outstanding. I like the onion rings with the side of barbecue sauce. The Philly cheesesteak fries are fantastic. They've got great salads, and that kitchen is open late till 2 a.m. every day with the full menu available. So if you're out late at night, you're looking to eat, don't get it out of a drive-through window. Get into the Rue Pub there at 281 in Redland Road. Of course, they got all the beers, including 8 and a full bar. The game room has the best arts area in town. They got indoor cornhole and happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and certainly the best place to watch a game. The Rue Pub, next to the Angry Elephant at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Rue.
A lot of activity in the NFL, a bunch of quarterbacks going different places. We'll talk about that right after the Sports Center update. How about those San Antonio Spurs last night? A big win at Golden State. Keldon Johnson, the hero, the rebound, the putback at the buzzer. Now Spurs now just 2.5 games out of that play-in tournament. They're trailing the Los Angeles Lakers, by the way. The Pelicans have jumped the Lakers. Spurs are back in action Wednesday night in Portland. That's a big one for them. Houston Cougars are in the Sweet 16. They advanced yesterday, as did the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Texas Longhorns are out. TCU is out. They gave number 1 seeded Arizona all they could handle, but they would fall in overtime. And how about those Aggies? They beat Oregon over the weekend, advancing into the 3rd round of the NIT. I'm Joe Reinagle for San Antonio Sports Star.
Let me tell you about Dr. Mark Havercorn over at River City Oral Surgery. Dr. Havercorn is an oral surgeon and a medical doctor. He specializes in all types of oral surgery, including implants. And if you're missing teeth, along with maybe being a little embarrassed when you laugh or smile, those missing teeth can affect the way you use your mouth. You could have trouble speaking, eating, and chewing properly. And you could correct those easily with dental implants that look natural. They feel natural. They stay securely in place, and they're built to last a lifetime with proper care. In 2021 alone, easy for me to say, last year, Dr. Havercorn placed over 1,200 dental implants. He's an expert at this. And at River City Oral Surgery, it's a direct care practice. So you don't need a referral, and you know exactly what you are going to pay because all the prices are listed right on the website, rivercityoms.com. And that is everything from start to finish. It's not going to cost you any more than what you see right there on the website. It's a cash business, and by that, financing is available. You can put it on your credit card. What he won't do is take your dental insurance, and chances are he's still going to be less expensive than anywhere else, including a place with your insurance. He'll also help you file a claim if you have insurance. The staff over there will do that and get you taken care of. Stop being embarrassed when you smile. Call River City Oral Surgery at 210-778-0002 and tell them Jason Minnick sent you. For comfortable, natural-looking implants, River City Oral Surgery, 778-0002 or rivercityoms.com.
On Saturday, April 2nd, help us celebrate 100 years of Valero Texas Open and be part of our Texas Size Anniversary concert featuring performances by Jason Aldean and Darius Rucker. All concert tickets holders are invited to attend the Valero Texas Open's third round competition preceding the concert, all taking place at TPC San Antonio. With limited tickets remaining, visit ValeroTexasOpen.com to get yours today.
Things were a lot different in 1948. That's the year my grandfather opened the first Ewald equipment dealership. Since then, there have been a lot of changes, but one thing that hasn't changed are the Ewald family values. Hi, I'm John Ewald with Ewald Kubota. As the largest Kubota dealership in the U.S., we know a thing or two about the Kubota products we sell. Plus, after you buy your new Kubota, we'll take care of the maintenance for you to make your life easier. So come by one of our locations to find those old-fashioned family values from the Ewald family and Kubota.
Pro football legend Emmitt Smith understands your joint pain.
It does not surprise me that there are a ton of people out there that's in pain.
That's why Emmitt is such a proponent of QC Kinetics, offering real lasting joint pain relief with non-surgical, all-natural biologic treatments.
Whether it's a joint pain, ankle pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, back pain, hip pain, any kind of pain, the body eventually will break down when it's under that much stress.
And that stress can cloud your judgment to the point that you'll just say yes to the scalpel or yes to another prescription of pain pills. But maybe it's time for a second opinion from QC Kinetics.
The reason why I would recommend this is because the natural biologics that QC Kinetics is providing you gives your body a chance to naturally heal itself.
Restorative, regenerative solutions are here. Get lasting relief and live your life.
Call QC Kinetics, 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. QC Kinetics, 210-571-0318.
Wait, aren't these all charitable donations?
At Magda's Tax Prep, every person
I'd
counts.
rather not have to file for an extension.
She needs new auditors to maximize returns on her family time.
On itemized deductions. Hey, can someone help with these 1099s?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
And Doug. Check it out, Limu, a roadside carnival.
Step right up, folks. Test your strength. Come see the fire-breathing baby.
Let's fan out and tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Look, an emo wearing sunglasses.
Limu, you're famous. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The play is in. The Blitz with Joe Reinagle and Jason Minix. ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
It is the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 103.3 FM. He is Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. On Twitter, at Joe Reinagle210. Tweet at me, at Jason Minix. You can always dial up the Kia Boston Bacon phone lines at 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. On Wednesday, come see us. We're going to be at Texas Cheer Liquor number 2, which is over off Petranco Road. They always have free samples, always a fun time out at Texas Cheer. So that'll be on Wednesday. And I tell you what, Cowboys making some news. So you should be cheering if you're a Cowboy fan, because it felt like they took forever to get into the free agency game. And, you know, since Friday, they have added a number of players, filling some holes that we want them to fill.
Yep.
Except for anybody on the offensive line. Like, you know, the Bengals had offensive line issues. They've gone out and signed 2, including La'el Collins, which are one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah.
Kind of like a dining room table in Reinagle's garage. Doesn't do him any good in the garage, but it might do you well in your dining room. If you need them, tweet them at Joe Reinagle210. But again, though, they went out and they addressed a need. And I'm ready for the Cowboys to do that. They did sign J-Ron Curse today to a 2-year, $10 million deal. So they got a safety coming back, a safety that loves, or Dan Quinn loves. And I assume he loves Dan Quinn since he's signing up for 2 more years.
Yeah, a lot of those guys like Dan Quinn, and we heard that a lot. You know, Bobby Wagner, that was the reason why the Cowboys had an opportunity at a guy like that. So Although I don't think that's going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
But you're right, Jason. Offensive line has got to be a priority. I mean, they've got to go find some guys. I mean, they lose 2.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. So you got to replace those guys. You got to beef that thing up. No pun intended.
Now, one of those guys is Terrence Steele.
Okay.
So, they do need some interior help. They did have some depth at the position. Maybe their lack of transactional business this offseason is they have seen something from some of those backups, that they've drafted over the last couple of years in the weight room, in the meeting room, where they feel like these guys are making progress, can be those guys. And we haven't seen it yet, so we don't know. Kind of like what we saw last year with Terrence Steele. We show up in Oxnard, and they're just raving about how Terrence Steele won the offseason. And you look at rookie year versus year 2, it's a different dude. So maybe there is one of those guys making progress we're unaware of. So that's why we're going, you got to replace that guy, right?
Well,
maybe they feel like they have.
Maybe. Or maybe it's just the Jones family being cheap.
Well,
that could be possible.
It could be. Could be both. That was my Joe Reinagle.
Yeah, it might be.
Dude, seriously, though, I mean, I was glad to see the Cowboys went Dorrance Armstrong. There's and again, like there was a deal on Twitter earlier, and this is the good and bad of Twitter. Zadarius Smith saw something earlier, signed with the Vikings. I was like, that was a fake account.
Right.
And a lot of people started jumping on fake account. All right, cool. He's still in play. Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, is apparently still in play. But they all got to be at the right price. So we'll have to ultimately see where the Cowboys go. But we do know offensively, skill position-wise, they seem to be set when it comes to wide receiver. CeeDee Lamb is going to be the guy. He's got to be the guy. Dak Prescott, it was at a press conference today at a grand opening of a walk-ons up in the Dallas area. 2 things that he talked about a lot were his shoulder surgery that he had on his non-throwing shoulder is fine, and he's 100% can do everything he needs to with that shoulder. He's comfortable with that. He's also comfortable with CeeDee Lamb being wide receiver 1.
Well, and a couple of things there. What else is Dak going to say?
True.
That's the guy. I mean, so that's who they're going with. They're going to roll the dice with CeeDee Lamb. And I'm sure he has a lot of faith in CeeDee Lamb, but it remains to be seen. I just didn't like the way Lamb just kind of disappeared the back half of the season.
But so did Cooper.
Well, sure, they both did. And why was that, Jason?
Offensive line.
Offensive line. That was a big part of it. So they've got to address that before any of these guys can prove anything to anybody.
With that in mind, Dak Prescott had some comments Super Bowl week where now that he's got a gazillion-dollar contract, that he felt like he would have more of a say. That whether they listen to him or not, who knows, but he's a lot more comfortable at this stage of his career talking with Jerry, talking with Steven, talking with Mike McCarthy, talking with Mo McClay on what he wants.
Sure.
I got to believe he signed off on elevating CeeDee Lamb as wide receiver 1. At the very least, with, hey, we're looking to move Amari Cooper because of salary cap reasons. If he didn't think CD could be that guy, don't you think he would have said, dude, you're killing me. You're killing me.
Yeah.
It was at least not that he pushed Amari out the door. I'm not saying anything like that, but if they said this was our plan, kind of like Devontae Adams in Green Bay, with the money, business-wise, this isn't going to work. Aaron Rodgers apparently was very aware that even though he was re-signing, he was probably going to re-sign and lose Adams in the process. But I'm sure that the plan in place that they presented to Aaron Rodgers was clearly, since he signed there, now $150 million, what are you going to do? But if Cleveland can come up with $230, you wonder what Aaron would have gotten on the open market. But clearly he appreciated and signed off on the plan. I got to believe Dak had similar influence on the Cowboys plan this offseason.
Well, we're not inside that locker room either. And I'm sure that Dak and CD or CD and somebody have had talks that, sometimes a guy will see an Amari Cooper and just automatically cede to him as the number one guy.
Mm-hmm.
With Cooper gone, maybe that elevates CD Lamb's confidence that he is the guy and he'll start acting like the guy. Now, I'm only speculating, but I've seen that happen before, that once the guy is gone, the other guy becomes the guy. And so hopefully that happens with CD Lamb.
And I know that the relationship between Dak and CD Lamb is spectacular. And we see that on social media.
Yeah.
We also know, thanks to social media, that they share the same personal chef, a guy named Chef Hoppy, who also cooks for Zeke. In fact, Chef Hoppy and Zeke went into business together. Zeke is obviously funding Chef Hoppy getting some meals to go type stuff, and he cooks on a Traeger, by the way. But you do see that Chef Hoppy works a lot with CD, works a lot with Dak, preparing their meals and all that kind of stuff. So that relationship is there.
Yeah.
So I fully expect him to say, yeah, he's my guy in a press conference, right? But I also believe he had to have some influence. Like if he was very uncomfortable with, you're going to make CD number one. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys would have taken that into consideration. Now, the other part of that is Michael Gallup has to get healthy. Michael Gallup and CD Lamb together, along with whoever ends up being the number 3, with good offensive line play, decent offensive line play, they could do some stuff. But Michael Gallup, and again, what is the guy supposed to say? Did an interview over the weekend and was asked, when is he coming back? And I can't say that I'm overly thrilled with the answer from Michael Gallup. So, hey, dude, when do you expect to be back?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
Crap.
I just listen to the trainers. They tell me what to do every day. They tell me not to look too far ahead, just focus on what you're doing right now. And that's all I'm doing. So, obviously, you don't want to miss any games. But if I have to, just so I make sure that everything's good.
See, if he would have stopped right around.
Tell me not to look too far ahead, just focus on what you're doing right now. And that's all I'm doing.
Yeah, but I would have been all right. That's a good answer that you want to hear in March.
So, obviously, you don't want to miss any games. But if I have to, just so I make sure
do
that
whatever you
good.
can to get yourself healthy.
Well,
that's
sounds
what
like
you need to do.
Sounds like he has been told, hey, Michael, most likely you're going to miss some games to start the season. And I think he's preparing himself right there. I mean, that kind of a surgery, to think that he can recover as quickly as that is silly. And so you wonder how many games. That's what I said. And I know technology, and I know it's great, and, it's a clean tear and all of this stuff. It's still major surgery to a guy that uses his legs.
Sure. No, I'm with you there, and I appreciate he didn't put a timeline on it.
The gamble is what I'm saying. That's a hell of a gamble.
He's going to be fine. He's going to be
Dr.
fine.
Minix.
Absolutely. I slept good last night. He's going to be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see. Time has a way of shining light on things. So we'll see what happens.
He's going to be fine.
I wish no ill will on Michael Gallup. I'm a fan of Michael Gallup, and I think he should have been utilized more.
I agree.
Earlier.
I agree. But I get the feeling that you just want him to miss a whole bunch of games and never be the same guy so you could be right.
I don't, but I'm saying that is a possibility.
Sure.
It certainly is a possibility.
It is.
You can't sit there and tell me it's not a possibility.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
He's going to be fine.
Okay.
He is going to be.
I will take your word for it.
He is going to be just fine.
I'll ask your wife, who actually knows something about the medical field, and then she can tell me.
She'll tell you he's going to be fine. Going to be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Going to be fine.
I hope he is.
He's going to be fine.
I'm hoping for the best.
Are you sure?
I am. Absolutely.
Send him a card? Did you send him flowers?
Yes.
Liar.
I hope he's fine, but that soundbite did not sound like Michael Gallup expects to be there game one.
He just didn't put a date. He didn't give us a target date, which is what we all want. Do you expect to be August 15th, September 1? Are you going to get in any preseason games? Do you? And he didn't give us a date. And
Was
then
he asked those questions?
He was asked literally.
All I heard was,
when is he coming back?
Right.
I'm going to be back on July 3rd.
No.
All right, cool. I got a date. Let's roll with it.
He said
he doesn't know.
He doesn't know. And if he has to miss some games, well, then, that's just the way it goes.
But wouldn't you? Well,
why would you say that?
Again,
the docs are telling me I'm going to be ready to go September 1.
They're telling them don't look too far in the future.
I'm just saying.
That's what the doc said. That's what he said. That's what he said.
So, in other words, the doc isn't comfortable he'll be back either.
To prepare for the worst. Expect the best.
That bedside manner of that doctor.
Well, I mean, maybe if he had a good dining room table, he could sit down and have a good discussion about it.
Probably.
And if you need a good dining room table, Ryan Nagel has one. Have you sold that thing yet?
I don't know. I've got to ask Maggie. Maybe the phone's ringing off the hook.
It's your DMs. Anybody sending you a DM about your dining room table?
Not one person. Not one person.
Nobody needs a new dining room table.
Apparently not.
Gently used.
Most of the guys that
Ryan
and
Nagel
gals
will
who
sign
listen to us probably have a TV tray in front of the TV when they eat and don't eat at a dining room table.
Do people still use TV trays?
I have no idea.
I'll answer that.
Well, yes. I was going to say, go ahead.
Guy that used to work here.
Yeah.
Cisco. Anniversary dinner last night. He surf and turf at the house on his Traeger, did a lobster tail and a steak. And he shows a picture of his wife in the living room by her recliner with a TV tray in front. And I was thinking, when's the last time anybody used a TV? I just hold the plate. I sit in my chair and I hold the plate.
No, there's different types. Now, I remember when I was a kid, we had TV trays that were on those aluminum legs, right? And you kind of folded them up and then they would stand there. Well, now, Maggie and I have these plastic hold. They don't have legs on them.
So they just sit in your lap?
Yes.
And that's what you use?
Which is hard to do.
I was going to say, you better go invest in some good TV trays.
It depends on
that new couch. You spill, you're in trouble.
It depends on what you're eating as to how hard it is. I mean, it's something you have to cut up.
Yeah.
It's tough.
And then so she cuts your meat before you and serves it to you like your six.
Isn't that nice? Yes. Like nice little tiny bites.
Don't cut them too big.
She's perfect.
You probably good. The newlywed stuff with you, but you need to go down to Sammy's Embroidery Club and get yourself get t-shirts made that says she's perfect.
I could do that.
You could.
Sammy would take care of that.
Sammy will, because it's not just embroidering, printing as well. So he could do silk screen shirts for any occasion. If you need anything on a shirt, a hat, a bag, anything, Sammy will get you taken care of. Business owner, manager, club leader, Sammy's Embroidery Club over there on San Pedro. Down at the coast this weekend, there must have been some sort of fishing tournament going on, because you walk into a store, the Stripes, buying beer, but there was like 9 dudes wearing the same fishing shirt, logo on the front, big old thing on the back, but it was from their fishing club. They were clearly in some sort of a tournament. And thinking about that, logo on a fishing shirt, that's a pretty good idea. You need your logo on a golf shirt, nice dress-up shirt. You need T-shirts done. Sammy's Embroidery and Printing. You need hats. Sam has the largest selection of caps, including the popular Richardson style cap in stock. Over 700 uniform lines to choose from. If you need athletic uniforms, get them done locally. Get them done with Sammy's Embroidery. Sammy's Embroidery and Printing. Nobody has better prices. He has all the big name brands and is the only company in Texas with one-day turnaround. No order too big, certainly no order too small, and all items do come with a warranty. Call 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or better yet, get into that massive showroom down on San Pedro, 1 mile inside Loop 410, next to Big Lots across from McDonald's, or go to the website samsembroidery.com for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
You're never that far away from some football. It's NFL free agency. Teams are dropping Benjamins like it's going out of style, and players are looking to sell their talents. Follow free agency and the NFL draft with San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
If you're having any issues at the house with your plumbing, your AC, you know there's one company to call, and that is Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC. 210-651-5899 is the phone number. 651-5899. For plumbing issues, they are full service, big job, small job, residential or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. At Quartermoon, they do not have commissioned sales reps. They'll provide estimates and second opinions. They have a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau. And at Quartermoon, they are green certified. If you haven't had your AC unit tuned up yet, Quartermoon has great maintenance programs that ensures your unit is ready for every season. You might not be thinking about it now, but if it's been a while since you've had your AC unit tuned up, you don't want to wait till July or August and have that thing go out to decide to call Quartermoon. Call them now. 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online, quartermoonplumbing.com.
We're out of the brand name, but we do have the generic version.
Serene's Pharmacy can't keep up with allergy season.
Who's next in line?
They need certified technicians to alleviate the headache.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry for the wait. We'll have your prescription filled soon. I need some help.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant Cash Offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Woo-hoo! Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, KBB.com.
Want your biggest possible tax refund this year? Jackson Hewitt and Walmart have an offer you won't want to miss. Your Jackson Hewitt Tax Pro will prepare your federal return for as little as $59 and no more than $179. Taxes done where you shop. Your biggest federal refund guaranteed for no more than $179. Stop by Jackson Hewitt in any participating Walmart store today because this offer won't last. Terms apply.
Taste of the Northside is back and at a new location. Join us Thursday, April 7th from 6:30 to 11:30 at the Dominion Country Club. Hosted by Brighton Center and presented by HEB. This Fiesta event for foodies is one inclusive ticket price that includes parking, entry, live entertainment, and unlimited food tastings for $125. Purchase tickets at tasteofthenorthside.org. Proceeds benefit Brighton Center, providing an educational and developmental foundation for children with disabilities and delays.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Happy Hour is back at Twin Peaks. Monday through Friday from 2 to 7 p.m. Score sweet deals like $1 off all wine, liquor, cheap shots, and freezing cold 29-degree draft brews. With select apps available for $2, $4, and $6. Twin Peaks Happy Hour is the move.
On the radio, all I hear is sell us your house, sell us your car, sell us your dog, sell us your wife, and sell us your children. My name's John Clay Wolf, and I created GiveMeTheVin.com. First guy to ever advertise sell us your car on the radio. Been doing it 30 years. Everybody copied me, man. I got to come up with a new deal. No, I don't, because we're the best car buyer in the United States of America. GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. San Antonio Sports Star Drive to End Hunger is going on now through March 25th. Just go to sasportstar.com to give what you can or just find drop-off locations. It's all presented by the Institute for Functional Health, Rambler Sparkling Water, Copenhagen Imports, and Airtron.
Hey, this is Michael Jimenez. Have lunch with me on Halftime tomorrow at noon. San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
Michael Jimenez at halftime tomorrow from noon to 2. Make sure you wake up with Rob and Rudy, R&R in the morning. They're on from 7 to 10, and, of course, the Blitz from 4 to 7. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. If you did any grilling this weekend, Make sure you upload a photo of that meat from your grill. Little description, sasportstar.com. You could win a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market. We'll give that away on Thursday at 6 o'clock on the Blitz. It's going to be interesting. We're going to be judging your meat while at Pinkerton's Barbecue.
Wow. So that means it's going to be side by side with some very good meat.
Chances are if Grant submitted something, you would be getting second.
Absolutely.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Yingling Lager, Hoop City at Pinkerton's. The Blitz will be at Pinkerton's on Thursday and Friday, halftime on Friday. And then the Saturday morning hangover is going to be down there on Saturday morning at Pinkerton's Barbecue because tournament's coming to San Antonio. The South Regional is going to be a lot of fun. So downtown Yingling Lager, Hoop City at Pinkerton's. $4 for the Yingling products, and of course the barbecue is fantastic. But the basketball, I look at the brackets, I really do think, and I know I'm biased, we've got the best region.
No, I do too. I don't think you're biased at all. I think you just look at it, and it is true.
South and West, I think, have the two most balanced. I think we're going to have the better games.
I think that Arizona-Houston game is going to be a lot of fun to watch. And don't count Houston out of that thing, man.
No.
I mean, as good as Arizona is, I know they are, but I just think Houston, I know Sean Elliott doesn't want me to say that, but his Wildcats better play hard against the Cougs.
It's going to be a cat fight.
It's going to be a cat fight.
Is that what you're,
Absolutely,
is that what you're setting up?
Bunch of
Put
Cougars.
it on T, and then cats against cats in the Elite Eight. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying, Jason. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to be at Pinkerton's, man. That's going to be great. So we play.
Yes.
NCAA's Thursday, Saturday.
Yes.
Okay, here. And
Yes.
so the other ones are Friday, Sunday. Gotcha.
That's how that works.
Okay. I just didn't know. I'd prefer that here, though. That's nice. Thursday, Saturday.
I know we're running. I'll save this one for tomorrow.
Okay.
Just remind me. Stupid taglines that TV announcers are having to read during the NCAA tournament. And I don't know that any of them actually got it right. And if they did, whoever wrote it has never broadcast anything. It might be one of the dumbest taglines for a promotional product that I've ever heard.
Really? I haven't heard it.
Well, I know you were in Mexico all weekend.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. There are some of you out there that are going, oh, yeah, that was weird. Very, very, very weird. Keep your eye on the weather tonight. Hopefully in San Antonio, we avoid all the mess.
Yeah.
But I don't know that we're out of the woods with everything that's going on. So stay dry, stay safe. Buy a dining room table from Ryan Nagel. He really needs it out of his garage so he can park. We'll talk to you boys tomorrow at 4.
Halftime with Michael Jimenez.
We got callers coming in. Philip is